Welcome as we get ready to go. So I just had a couple things sorted out and some admin stuff in position. And yeah, we're going to be kicking off with, I think, Classic Percival, if Classic and Percival are here. I see Percival, I'm just waiting to see Classic. And if Classic is here, then that is indeed definitely going to be the match we start on today in the round of 16. It is a day. It is a day of StarCraft. So we're going to have, yeah, a bunch of action, bunch of games, TLDR, should be a whole bunch of fun. Looking forward to it, and hopefully you guys are looking forward to it as well. Yeah, it is the Monday Cup, but it is Friday. I'm not here this Monday, and instead of just cancelling the Monday Cup completely when I'm not here, we usually try to move it, but next week we're completely fully booked with Team Liquid Map Contest tournaments, so instead we're going to move to the Friday, aka right now. So obviously no Monday Cup on Monday, but yeah, this is not a permanent thing. This is going to happen twice this month, and that's the last time I'm going to be away on a Monday. For the very least, the rest of this year, unless something comes out of nowhere. So, yeah, that's the TLDR of what we're doing. In case you're confused, that is what's happening. Thank you, Roddy, for the raid. Welcome everyone from the Roddy stream. Hope you had fun. As, yeah, I'm just waiting for Classic to log in, really, more than anything else. And he did just log in, so it looks as though we'll probably have Classic and Percival ready to begin very, very soon. Now, what's up, Tobacco? I think congrats on the marriage. Selfishly glad to have you back. Thank you. All good. You can selfishly have me back. Like I say, I'm away this weekend though, so you know you're gonna have to survive Saturday through Monday without me. But you're not. I am indeed, for the most part, back. I've been talking about it a bit, but we really do just want to kind of buckle down and grind for the rest of this year. We got some subs to get back up and back on track. We have got some tournaments to run. We've got some money to make to run those tournaments, so we are going to be full grind ahead for the next, like I said, I'm away this weekend, and then 2 weekends time I'm away, like Saturday, Sunday, Monday again, and like other than that, I'm going to be streaming nigh on every single day that we can possibly fit StarCraft onto. There's not actually, I mean, my biggest problem right now is actually just having enough StarCraft to cast, because there's not a lot of guaranteed events all the time, and so on and so forth. I can only afford so much to kind of, fill events here, there, and everywhere, so I'll try and see what we can do. I'm a Bengals fan. So I don't have a team. I don't have an NFL team. I just like to follow a bunch of teams that are fun to watch, so yes, I'm a Bengals fan, but not like I'm not like a die-hard Bengals only. I'm just Bengals are a fun team, and their jersey is a fun color, so it was a nice one to get. Go Ravens! Oh yeah, I'm actually going to go see NFL this weekend. That's why I'm away. I'm away to see Vikings Browns. Hopefully, hopefully some points. I'm not completely convinced. I think it's going to be a defensive shutdown, but we'll see. What are you taking weekends off? Look, I'm taking 2 weekends off. One of these weekends is because I didn't take the weekend off last year because I didn't get tickets to an NFL game, so we're going to 2 NFL games. So, basically, like, this is me just cashing in on last year's weekend I didn't get. But yeah, the main idea is truly to sit down, grind, and just cast a crap ton of SC2. I'm trying to find as much StarCraft as I can. I'm reaching out to people, seeing if there's extra stuff that we can cast. I want to get the hours up. We've been kind of shyly reaching about 100 hours streamed a month this year. The rest of this year, I want to try and really go, like, a little bit further. Which isn't, like, a super crazy kind of statement either. I mean, 100 hours is not a lot in the grand scheme of things. Obviously, I do other stuff than just streaming, right? I do YouTube, I have to admin the tournaments, I have to put stuff together and so on. But, I think in general, I mean, this year, I hate on Twitch because it always does this dumb... Yeah, it always does this dumb thing. So this year we streamed, like, over 100. We're pretty good streaming 100. It did go down throughout the summer months a little bit when it got a bit crazy. Streamed a lot in August. Obviously September was busy with the wedding and stuff, but I really want to hit us up to like 150-ish hours a month. So that's the goal for October, November, and December. Try and get some hours on board. Classic and Percival are online. I'm just waiting for them to veto. There are potentially some walkovers happening in a few minutes as well. If we have to take a moment to sort those out, I will, but it's a fairly small bracket, so it shouldn't take us too much issue to kind of work through today. Like I say, we'll see what happens. And yeah, hope everyone's doing well. Hope everyone's doing good. Hope we're all ready for some SC2. Bracket actually worked out kind of funny. Obviously, the seeding is randomized outside of the top 4 from the last Monday Cup get seeded. The only player who was in the last Monday Cup was MaxPax, so he got dragged to number 1, but that basically means nothing. It just means he gets a bye first round. He's actually going to see Hero or Geralt in round 2, so MaxPax, who's had some tricky PvPs lately, is going to meet Hero early today. I mean, still in the round of 8, so it's not super early, but yeah, the way the bracket randomized gave us a little bit of funkiness there. I wonder if Rogue has a good showing today. I wonder if he bounces back against Skillous after the last time he played Skillous did not go in his favor, really. Interesting one for us to follow, too. So lots of, I mean, a small bracket, but lots of fun matches. We're going to probably get like 4 best-of-3s and a best-of-5 today, so should be a good 3-ish hour stream, hopefully, as we get ready to go into Tokamak for our opening game of Percival versus Classic. Did I recently message Wilkie B on Discord? You just got fished by a spoof username? No, I don't message anyone on Discord unless you message me. Are they in the WardiTV server? Or how did they find you? Because if they're in the WardiTV server, I can ban them. They try to scam me for money? Amazing. Alright, let's kick this off as we get ready to go. We are going to be having, in the bottom left-hand side, the red Protoss player. This is going to be Classic. Taking on, in the top right-hand side, the blue Terran. It is going to be Percival. So a little bit of TVP action starting the day off on Tokamak. Obviously, this is new patch. Obviously, no new maps or anything today, guys. The TLMC tournament happens next week. Once the TLMC tournament has wrapped up, I will probably pick some of my favorite TLMC maps to integrate into the Monday Cup map pool and other map pools for tournaments that we're doing. So we will probably create a WardiTV map pool for a short period of time, which will continue to test some of the maps that I like the best personally, and maybe what you guys like the best out of chat and so on, or maybe what the players' opinions are. Due to some rules with some of our sponsors, we can only change, I think, 3 or 4 maps from the map pool. So yeah, we can only change 3 or 4 maps from the original map pool, but we will edit some maps in. So we will do that. We'll add a few maps in to play. And yeah, but obviously today, no new maps. Because I don't want to just be like, oh, I like the look of these 3 maps, and also they're not tested. If there's bugs and stuff, then they are, not found or anything yet. So much more likely to get all of that ironed out next week in the map contest tournament. And obviously, in the map contest tournament, you actually have, like, we actually, are expecting a map to be bugged here and there. So it's a little bit less frustrating to stop and get it fixed, or to just rehost on a different map than it is in a different tournament where we're vetoing down, etc., etc. So that's why we're not going to use any new maps today. I know some people probably want to see them already, but it's not going to happen, unfortunately. As I might have to BRB a second here, guys. I'll be right back. Sorry guys, postman delivery. Ellie going wild out in the snow. You know what, we sit here for 14 minutes waiting for games to start. Boom, the moment the game starts. Doorbell goes, that's all good. Hunger's Shell opening. I don't believe we've missed really anything here. We've definitely not missed much, because this Adept is what's been missing. It's been missed by the Marauders. Kind of awkward when you build Marauders and then the Adept gets by and actually does some damage, now recalls home. 2 Marauders on the map can be a little scary here. Let's see what we can try and do as we approach the front. Gonna hit the pylon for a couple of moments, get some damage on that already. And a couple of those SCVs going down. And the sentry, the warp gate, building up, Stimpak and combat shield on the way, add a few marines on as well. And the marauders continue to press forward just for the moment, so bringing those straight through. Heading down to the bottom, actually going to hit the adept there for a couple of seconds. The stalkers going to get jumped on. 3 marauders are scary, and the second stalker is going to feel the reality of that. No, we don't kill it. I feel like we should have stepped in for the second stalker kill. We get a stalker and adept so far. Surely we should at least get one more stalker here. We do. Obviously, we're really tempted to try and get that final stalker. We're going to chase it in high hopes, but it's not going to happen. Resource lost here is going to be pretty even. It's kind of a whatever open. Stalkers are expensive to lose. But your entire opening of Marauders kind of, is meant to kind of, find something, right? Now that investment is kind of gone without really doing much. I mean, a slight trade out. The thing is, as Percival, is you change your build to do this, whereas Classic very much so just does what he was going to do anyway. He's just -2 Stalkers now. But like I say, you kind of take a small step back. It's only concussive shells before anything else. Obviously, is bio heavy, barracks heavy. It's not going to be a factory or anything early on. So, I mean, there's ways to look at it, but I think it's hard to say that you come out as Percival feeling great, especially when the Adept got across the map and killed 2 SCVs early. You get across the map and kill 2 SCVs early, there is no way on earth you're feeling good about it as Percival. Without that Adept, it's, again, a lot more of whatever. But, yeah, the bio there is scary. Fully upgraded as well, but not going to make a dive across the map. I wonder if we could have maybe seen some success if we actually went diving across the map. No battery or anything, pure bio, stimmed up against stalkers. I think there'd be an opportunity. I think there'd be more of an opportunity if the other 3 marauders were still here, because if you had like those extra marauders and it was like 5 marauders, 6 marauders taking on an army of 6, 7 marauders taking on stalkers with the marines as support, I actually think could have gone very well. So I actually wonder if that maybe would have been better to just bring those marauders back and to let this kind of gather up a little further. We'll see one more stalker going out down on the right-hand side. As you get to work, the bio going to turn around. Another stalker on the right side trying to sneak in is going to get turned away as well. Force field coming down after units still chasing. A couple more stalkers still being hunted. A sentry will go down as well. We are still looking for the stalkers. They're going to get a catch on one of them right there. Somehow just about manages to blink away for the moment. Turn back around again. Another stalker coming through. A couple of marines stepping forward. Stalkers do get the cleanup as Storm and the charge upgrades will begin on the side of Classic. So bringing up Storm, bringing up charge, chunk of additional gates and probes coming through. But good cleanup for the moment. And Percival, I mean, okay, 5 racks, but is also going to start the 3rd CC. I mean, if you wanted to be aggressive, you need to not lose that previous army. It's as simple as that. So, yeah, I think that's the kind of the easy kind of part of this to identify. But we'll see. I mean, you still got a good amount of units here as Percival pushing across. Storm is not done just yet. Maybe there is an opportunity to get in and get something done. There are 2 High Templar available. If you can somewhat dodge these 2 Storms, I'm always going to think there's some potential, right? Because at the end of the day, this is just a Zealot Stalker force, and it's not super crazy numbers either. So if you can dodge these first 2 Storms effectively, well, let's see. I mean, Percival needs to play with a bit of bravery, also because he probably knows the situation, but I love this. He's going to come through the natural, run into the main base, make the units chase after him. He's going to go after Templar Archives, but the reality is that's already finished researching Storm. But you can stop more Templar from being built for a moment. The High Templar in the back there gets the energy recharge, I believe, as it gets warped in. And is, oh no, sorry, did not get an energy recharge, but does drop a feedback on the medevac, makes it difficult for these units to survive and get out alive. One medevac goes down, 5 probes going down as well. We turn and fight for the last few moments. I don't hate it for Percival, but I don't feel like he had a big kind of wham-bam play there either. That was not a whole ton of damage done. 5 workers is very manageable losses from Classic. He's going to get his 3rd base online. He's in a playable position, I would say, especially with Ghost coming up. Classic is not on a forge just yet, for example. Has to rebuild the Temple Archives too, so you take a few moments on that. Obviously, Storm did finish. There's 1 Storm there. That's not going to be a super effective Storm, as Classic starts to walk into it as well. Feedback on the follow-up. There's actually not too many units here at all. We eat another Storm on the few Marines, but we pull back without taking too much damage, and Percival handling this Storm pretty well so far as we come back around to the right side. And think about the opportunity of maybe moving in toward this 3rd base. I think we've got 1 more Storm available. Energy recharge on cooldown for another 15-ish seconds or so. As though Percival for the moment is going to back it up, fall away, and just go around to the left. Again, he has got Ghosts on the way, so he will have EMPs available. I mean, Classic's been playing with this higher Templar, sorry, this lower High Templar count. I'm trying to say higher instead of lower. Getting confused. Lower High Templar count then, and single EMP is chances to do a lot, and that did do a lot. Hit 2 High Templar instantly. This next High Templar doesn't have Storm Energy for a little bit. Energy Overcharge has already been used, by the way. So we actually have a moment of trouble here as we hit another EMP hitting the High Templar in the back, guaranteeing they won't have energy for a little while longer still. Now the battery under some fire, but it's out of energy, so really you just want to keep trading with these units. There's a Widow Mine further back as well. There's also 23 SCVs going down, so there is a major economic problem on the other side of the map. Now the Prism will fall, so we get rid of it, but only after taking all of that damage. But I do think if Percival can find a chance to reinforce and just go right now, I actually think he's got a pretty decent opportunity to still just do very well here. He could also just rebuild up SCVs. 4th base is not far from finishing. He's ahead on the 4th against the Protoss. Maybe he doesn't need to just shove directly into the Protoss and try and take advantage of the situation. I don't think I would have minded it. Like I said, I think it's a reasonable situation. That Storm ticks quickly still, man. Sometimes the speed at which these units hit the orange health bars surprises me as the Widow Mine goes off just to zone a little further. We'll come through, clean that Widow Mine out. These couple of zealots here will go down. Percival is indeed building SCVs. He is looking to replenish what was lost in this earlier little kerfuffle. Fire coming around now. More units coming down the right-hand side as well. We obviously spread out, split up, and decide which way exactly we want to try and fight this as the single Marine goes in after a probe for a couple of moments. Going to drop the Nexus down. That's finally the 4th base, but again, no 4th base for so long when Percival has his now operational, morphed into a planetary. The only thing Percival is missing is enough workers to actually make something of that 4th base. Right now, it's just a command center. It doesn't even really have SCVs to go and jump on it, so yeah, he just needs a few more SCVs and he can get that working, and that would be great. I do feel like he's been very slow to replenish the workers he lost in that previous fight. I think he could have done a lot to kind of speed up that process, to be honest. Bio to the left, Bio through the center. +1 ship weapons, 2-2 engineering bay upgrades. We do have Vikings and Marauders coming up as well. The army pulling back down toward the bottom side once more. So again, just getting ourselves in the middle here. Again, set up. Extended thermal lance, +1 armor. All the good stuff on the way through. There's a couple of zealots are once again diving by into the natural mineral line. You see those Marauders still going to town on a couple of zealots, getting some KOs, getting some picks there. Now we're going to load up and make our way down the left. The rest of the army coming through the middle of the map. 2-2 upgrades coming about. The Widow Mine did not kill our Observer. It must have been an interesting little splash location. Yeah, those are the storms you don't really want to go running through. Those were tankier units, but you can't just go running through 2-3 storms at once. Dropping the main base, though, maybe that's why he wanted to threaten this enough so that the drop in the main looked scary. You try and turn onto the Stalkers and Colossus there. Now Percival is just tanking through storms. He leaves the game. Man, Percival had a lot of better moments. Just it really feels like sometimes the Terrans just give up. Like, Percival had a lot of great moments in this game where he did a very good job of dodging and he really forced storms out, backed away. And it's almost like they just don't want to go through the effort of trying to win the game, and they just like, aha, I'm just gonna stand in the storms now. It's like, oh, god damn it, Protoss beat me again. I just don't get it, you know? I like, we've seen him make a lot of great decisions in the game. The game is absolutely playable. I mean, yeah, it's a bit scary because Vikings maybe are needed because Colossus are coming out, blah, blah, blah. But, like, come on, like, the way to go is not to run into 2 storms on the right side and then just sit in storms on the left side. And maybe it was just a mistake, but man, I feel like so often it almost feels like frustration because it feels like you're doing so many things right, only to then decide you're going to do the worst possible thing you can. I don't know. What's up, Pranix? Thank you so much for the 30-month resub. Storms PTSD, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Thank you, Duttles, as well, for the big resub as well. I didn't mention that because I accidentally clicked off my chat and then clicked back on it, and I just lost it. I also think I missed Sylphan's 21-month resub on the Prime because of that as well. It's just catching up on some of the subby shoutouts. Thank you, and appreciate you guys. Appreciate your support. Road to 500, guys. I mean, it shouldn't be too long of a road. We're about 20 subs away from 500. Okay, Percival is showing his opinion on TVP. Well, He actually gets a... I want to say he got almost a decent start of the fight, but he's also down half the workers, so... That's definitely one thing. GG's. Alright. We'll find ourselves another series to jump into. Maybe Nicorakt Harstem in the round of 8. How does that sound? That sounds fun, doesn't it? Did that start already? Let's go and have a little peek. The other option is to wait for MaxPax versus Hero, potentially. Or Rogue versus Skillous could also happen, guys. What do you guys think? Would you guys rather see Harstem Nicorakt, or would you rather wait on a... Did Harstem Nicorakt already finish a game? Huh. I think maybe we go Rogue Skillous or MaxPax Hero, actually. Let's wait on those guys. Harstem? You guys are saying Harstem now? I guess the mental charge of making bad decisions and splitting all the time is higher than spamming the storm button. I mean, bro, he casted like 8 storms throughout the course of the game. Like, come on. Like, Percival literally put himself in a position he could win in. Like, because he dealt with the storms well. Oh, Harstem and Nicorakt went when I was reading chat. Fuck. My bad. He did get here at the end, he didn't see the entire map. He literally barely even casted storms. Like, the storms you saw were the first time storms were influential in the game, and I don't know, I just felt like he just stood in them, no? We'll just hop on to NA, guys. We'll either wait for some Mana Classics about to start. Nicorakt Harstem's already on the way. We'll either go Rogue, Skillous, or MaxPax Hero. We'll just take whichever one's first. Because I am also a little bit aware of, you know, just the fact that the semi-finals are obviously going to be getting ready on that bottom side sooner than elsewhere. So, then we'll just take whichever one comes first. WardiTV Mondays, bracket Fridays. Yeah. It is crazy how much the player player participation changes when you move the cup back a couple of days. It's wild. I was kind of worried we weren't going to get players. We were like half an hour before we started, we had 3 check-ins. I was like, oh my god, that is not ideal. That was really not ideal. So, yeah, not great. Not great. But, yeah, we're going to hopefully have some fun games still. Round of 8, couple of round of 4s, and the finals as well. So, yeah. Here drops a lobby link. Is this game 3 of him versus Geralt? Or game 2 maybe? 1-1 apparently between Hero. Okay, let's just do this then. Hero and Geralt's 1-1. The winner plays MaxPax. Let's jump in because I don't see Skillous just yet. And I don't want to just wait and wait and wait for something that might not come around, so... Guys, there's no defending pulling your SDVs and floating your commands into the corner of a fucking streamed game. Like, if you want to quit, just say GG, I'm out. Like, I'd rather you quit than waste 3 minutes of my time loading into a game, introducing players, and then pulling like if you're just gonna quit, just quit, you know. But there's no defending this. Like, let's not try to make it out that it's justified because you think Storm's broken when we're literally 2 days into the patch that significantly changed. Maybe not Storm for the worse, but did significantly change energy recharge, which was the reason Storm was wild in the first place. So let's maybe, like... I don't know. I feel like the Terran players aren't helping. Like, I get it. I don't think the Terran players are super happy about the Storm, but, like, I feel like we could at least try it out. Like, there's got to be some things that have changed. Like, it feels like we're not even giving it a go before we just decide, nope, it's over, you know? So, yeah. Ay. Alright, we'll jump into this game 3 of Geralt and Hero, guys. This is the round 16 match. Winner plays MaxPax round of 8. Not an easy section of this bracket. Just like I say, obviously we do randomized seeding nowadays. Some people are going to hit the heavy hitters early, and Hero and MaxPax being in the same section is actually pretty brutal because you could very comfortably say that, you know, Hero and MaxPax could very easily be the finals. Obviously, Classic on the other side of the bracket is, you know, something at least which maybe kind of chills us out in that regard at least. So, yeah. Couple gateways coming through, probes coming up. I'm just going to be seeing the Cyber Core coming in as well. Cyber Core coming through, probe going to go after the probe. Obviously not sure what happened in games 1 and 2, but obviously we did end up at 1-1, so this PvP matchup continues to be a volatile situation lately. Probe going to nibble at that probe once again. We just chase around. Sentry coming about, warp gate on the way up. Just get settled in there. And yeah, we'll just see where we are going to go. So sentries just continue to bust on through. We get settled. And we just see, again, what happens in the ending of this game 3. Twilight Cancel will start from Hero. Just going to see the little cancellation, and we do get the Nexus down from both sides. So Hero just has a slightly faster Twilight. Different in units is Stalker Sentry versus Sentry Sentry. So Hero has double Sentry and he has the faster Twilight. What are we going to do? Geralt, he's going to go Twilight as well, but I've got to say I like Hero's build a little bit more right now. Obviously he doesn't have the poking power that the Stalker has, perhaps. But he has Sentries, and Sentries are actually surprisingly good against Stalkers early. Like, they don't have the range, but once the battery's up, the Stalker can't just micro forever. Like, it takes so long for the Stalker to drain a battery of energy. And like I say, the Sentries do surprising amounts against the Stalker, especially against the Stalker's shield, so you get zapped down very quickly. As a hallucinated Oracle in toward the main base, and Geralt going to try and freak Hero out a little bit, while also looking to get some scouting done. He will identify Twilight Council in the main base right off the bat, so he'll know exactly what's up. And yeah, he sees everything else. Hero does not even flinch at the hallucination. He is good, knowing that that is not going to be doing anything in particular. Couple Stalkers, couple Sentries. Stepping forward. Going to see the hallucinated probe, so it's actually going to be Hero who's a little bit afraid as to what's going on. He's going to start checking around for proxies. That's the whole idea of the hallucinated probes. They're cheap to build energy-wise, and then you just send them here, there, and everywhere, so you get scouts in all directions. And you just try and pick up on, you know, what are you up to? Are you proxy roving? Because right now, Hero's vision is minimal, right? He saw across the map early, saw the 2 gates, only ever saw 2 pylons. So yeah, he's a little bit blind as to what's going on, never saw the expand. Force field's there, not the best from Hero either, because he doesn't trap the Adepts. He does a good job blocking them out, but I don't know if the extra 2 force fields after the first really did much of anything. Stalkers and the Sentries together will just join up. The Blink going to be done soon. Nexus on the way. Our probe still building about as our Stalkers are going to hit each other on the Watchtower. Will Adept show up as well, but I don't think they're long for this world because there's a lot of units continue to come through here. And Robo Facility coming up. The Nexus on both sides. Just see the Stalkers back toward the upper left-hand corner for the moment. So I think this fight Sentries get targeted down immediately, so there's some of the tech of Geralt just taken down with an instant effect. Stepping forward here, we blink through. A couple Stalkers going down very swiftly. Some good damage being done right off the bat, so not a bad start. As those Stalkers do crash into one another. In the end, I mean, Hero does a good job trading, I think, gets away. He's lost 475 less, or sorry, 425, if we do the math correctly, less resource in this game already. So that's a great start with, you know, the fact he's been on the map and kind of picking his fights and dealt with the aggression attempts of Geralt very well. You know, the Adepts never really got a chance to do anything. It's been very, very comfortable so far. More Stalker warping. A couple of depths come up. The Stalker's going to say, hello, how you doing? Get back to fighting, trading back and forth. Charge still coming up. Extra gates in the Immortal coming online as well. That charge coming through on the side of Geralt. Forge about to finish. The Stalker's very nearly getting that pylon, but not quite able to. Now we blink forward again with these Stalkers, looking for a couple of additional grabs, and we are going to make a pretty decent play for it. Does Hero have enough? Geralt actually looking like he has more Stalkers now. I think Hero doing a good job of just getting a few kills and just about getting out of there before things become a little bit too tricksy or anything. And that charge coming online momentarily is going to give us a nice kind of buffer of units in the front. We actually have an Immortal here from Hero too, man. I love Hero's spot. He's just set up well. He's got a little bit of a faster charge, but he's already got an Immortal, and that's huge as well. I see Geralt is going to say, okay, well, if you're starting to play the Immortal, you're maybe feeling less confident about stepping on the map, etc. And as such, I will throw down the 4th base. So because you've been a little bit safer, now I can't really do as much with my Stalkers. That's fine. I will just take my 4th base, try and get an eco advantage instead, and Geralt trying to play and figure out the kind of the jigsaw puzzle that's being put together here. He's going to delay the 4th of Hero a little as well. As again, he just has the couple of extra Stalkers and a little bit more comfort in the mobility because a lot of Hero's investment has begun to be the slower, unblinkable Immortals. Army is taking a few steps. Actually going to get a catch here. Zelt's getting involved is nice. We're not going to see too many Stalkers still from Hero. There's just a handful of them right now. This might be good enough for him to get the 4th base, though, and a cancel there would be huge, because that's one of the advantages we just talked about Geralt trying to glean in this game. So if you can strip that away from him before it really sinks in at all, then incredible. You know, that's just going to be massively beneficial to you. There's only going to be good things that come from that, as the Zeld Stalker Immortal pushes back up the left-hand side. You see that Nexus not far from finishing. A few additional Zealots coming out once again. Let's do attack starting up on the side of Geralt. Extra Zealots building into place. Continue to get all of that on the go. Back away from the watchtower. A couple of gates coming through. The Nexus coming about. +1 attack upgrade coming by as well. You can see the Stalkers, the Immortals already starting to fight over toward the Nexus. I see units coming in from the bottom side as well. Immortals there are going to be looking to sit strong and hold. A few Stalkers pulling back. As you can see the rest of the Stalkers coming in. Yo, the Zealots are going to do a lot of work with Geralt. Heroes and Immortals really getting stuck. His own Zealots are not really in as useful of a position. Only killed 5 workers here, so you can't really afford to take a major army loss. The Stalkers do end up recalling away. More warpins over the far right-hand side. The cannon in position, putting some work down as well. Another massive Zealot just warping straight into this fight. Zealot Stalker looks to push across over to the right side. Gonna get a little bit of a grab. Gonna get us around. We do see a few more warpins just continuing to come up and online here. +2 attack about halfway done. We jump onto the gateway. And we just get into the mineral line, going after some probes as well. Geralt has done a good job of equalizing this game out in terms of numbers. He's done a lot to give himself a few more fighting chances than what he had previously. Gonna recall a few Zealots out of there in the end. Bring them back home. Another round of Zealots getting warped in. The Stalkers once again just going to go stepping back and away for the moment. Getting away from there. Making some space for themselves. Very nice for now. Zealot Stalker collects on the left. Just going to be seeing the armor upgrade coming through. The +2 attack is building on the Forge. Mortal and Temple Archives on the way out. Add a couple cannons on as well. Now the DT is going to be nice. There's only one observer in the game. The only problem is it's right here. Here you have 3 DTs. They could have done anything. He moves the Archon. I don't think he has a recall. No, it's still on cooldown. Well, he actually is just going to try and buy time and keep units there as long as possible, it seems, because he's actually pushing in with his army elsewhere, as you can see. So maybe that was the plan there, rather than trying to recall. Man, it's getting messy, this game. Obviously, both players sitting on the 4 bases. Still trading. Looks as though Hero's going to get cleaned up at the end of this. And his supply does start to drop off a little bit at the moment. So his supply going the wrong way. A couple more High Temple going to get warped in. We're going to see the Archons morphing. The Observer coming down into the center as well, as you just see that coming straight through. A couple of Zealots going to charge on up. Observers in the skies. And we just have another opportunity to try and see a little bit more of what else is going on. Another round of units warping in on the left-hand side now as well. Another chance to just get a little extra out of this. The cannon in position. Zealots get turned. And the rest of that Zealot Archon Immortal Force still gathering about here. And we'll see our +3 attack upgrade coming through from Geralt. The +2 attack is trailing from Hero. So massive upgrade lead for Geralt. Supply now in his favor. And I think we might have a couple of moments here before we just kick this one off into an upset maybe, because Geralt is on the right track at this point of time. Everything gathers, we get settled in the center. Can Hero still turn this about? Does he have any advantages? Army composition? No. Same amount of Archons or less Archons and less Immortals, so no, not on the army upgrade. It's going to be even soon, but will fall back behind as the +3 of Geralt finishes. Numbers? Absolutely not. Base count? Well, Hero's got a hidden base top right side that's mining, so that's nice. The problem is he's going to have to do something about this army for the rest of that, for that to maybe kick in and give him some kind of an advantage here. Obviously, does have defenses, but he's gonna start base trading. Base trading might be really good for him, considering he's already got that base in the top right. And if Geralt doesn't realize he's base trading, so right now those Zealots are doing a huge thing for Hero. They're pulling Geralt away from a base trade he doesn't realize is happening yet. So he really needs to kind of get going with the rest of his main army. Otherwise, he might lose a lot of the time here that he could have maybe taken advantage of. The only problem for Hero, it costs him units. However, Hero's already rebuilding in the top right. With a rebuild in the top right and the potential to warp in there, there's so much opportunity to be able to just keep going in this game. You can see the recall then. We're actually not going to be confident about this as Geralt doesn't want to base trade. He actually thinks he could just fight this army. That might be the right call because everything Hero's doing is looking to the future. He's actually not looking to play the fight right now. So Geralt makes the perfect choice on what to do. And by coming back home, he's going to clean out Hero's army, and now there's no shot of a base trade with 17 army supply left. We have an upset as Geralt and Hero are going to go kind of toe-to-toe, and in the end, it's going to be Geralt that gets himself the advantage coming out of it. It's going to set us up for Geralt MaxPax round of 8. Unfortunately, Skillous Rogue just started about a minute or two ago, so we're not going to be able to catch that one. But yeah, we do have obviously here Geralt looking to upset Hero. That is a little bit wild. A little bit wild, to say the least. And again, Hero's going to try to instigate a base trade and do anything possible. But his top right base is being found, and I feel like that was one of his advantages. He's still down 50 army supply, so he's significantly behind from where he wants to be. At this point, you've obviously got no tech units left. He's got a couple of DTs, but there's still one observer remaining. And as long as there's still an obs, unless he finds a way to snipe that, and even then, the new robo facility's coming up. So Geralt is prepping answers to the Dark Temple. He's going to make sure he does not just randomly lose this game just because he doesn't kind of do the right things here. So he's absolutely making sure that that is going to go well for him. Zealots going to clash into each other once more. GG gets called, and there it is. That's your upset as Geralt takes out Hero in the round of 16. And Geralt will move on through to play MaxPax in the round of 8. So like I say, a little upset right there. GG's. Apparently, we already have a semi-final in the form of Classic versus Harstem. So I will go and cast Classic versus Harstem, guys, because it would be rude to keep the semi-final waiting if it's ready to go. We are going to have such a fast cup today. We are going to have to do something afterwards. Because I would like to stream a little bit more than what we're going to end up streaming, I feel like. Yeah, we'll go into Classic vs. Harstem, guys. We'll get that ready to begin and kick off into this PvP. So Classic took out Mana. Obviously, we saw Percival falling earlier, and then Harstem beat Nicorakt to make this a PvP semi. So we're kind of preying on Rogue to beat Skillous, maybe. If Rogue can beat Skillous, then yeah, if Rogue beats Skillous, then we can maybe have a Zerg in the semis, but it's not looking great. This is what's going on over in the Rogue Skillous matchup. This is currently live on the Cranky Duckling, so if you want to catch this live, you can check out that channel. I will just take a peek at this while we wait for the Harstem and Classic lobby to come online. What's up, Romain, over on the YouTube chat? Hi, first time in live? Hell yeah, welcome. Good to see you. Thank you for joining us live today. Yeah, we're just taking a couple moments. This is a game going on elsewhere. We're going to go into our semi-final soon, which is Classic and Harstem. We'll get that going very shortly. As, yeah, Rogue is into that main base and looking for damage. Good probe micro, does a lot, but maybe could have kept up for a little bit longer. Now 8 work is lost. Apparently that's going to be enough to get Skillous out of there and give Rogue a fast game 1. So what actually happened earlier? Was that just a run by? Well, we'll use the beautiful Twitch rewind feature to have a peek at what exactly was happening there. So yeah, just kind of got in with some lings and did some serious damage, huh? Finding more than is expected. Alright, give me a sec. Let's jump into the Classic lobby. Check it out more, guys, but the lobby that we're going into for our semi-finals is up and ready to go. Has Rogue taken the first game at least, so we know that that's ongoing. Go Rogue! Give us a non-PvP some point. Would be kind of nice. Overall, I guess if we finish up quickly a day, I can just get my Team Liquid tournament, my map contest tournament sorted out though, so some days it just ain't meant to be a long one, you know? That's the that's the TLDR of it. Harstem's readying up, and Classic's readying up, which means we are ready to go into Classic Harstem PvP semi-final. These guys have stormed through the bracket, and here we are with them into their round of 4. One of these guys to make the finals. Obviously, Classic has been, you know, hot stuff lately. Harstem has snuck his way into a few of these semi-finals of the WardiTV Mondays as of late. I know it's a Friday, but this is his second time in the top 4 in a few weeks. He actually was in the top 4 back in July, so let's see if he can PvP his way to a finals, or if Classic is going to come in and try and make a bid for today's Monday Cup. Classic, the 3-time champion. He is currently the 4th most winning player in this tournament series. Significantly behind Clem Hero and MaxPax, but hey, you got to start winning some if you want to catch up with those guys, right? So, is there a rule against what Percival did today? Is there a rule against what he did? I would say not specifically. I mean, you can... I mean, no, there's not a rule against it. I mean, but I mean, I'm just not going to invite him to any tournaments. Like, I mean, that is one way to get yourself struck off every invite list that I had written up already. So, yeah. I mean, there's no rule. I don't have rules for stuff like this because surely it's just common sense that we don't worker rush the opponent and float the command center to the corner. You know? So yeah, no official rule, just not on my good, not on my good Terran player list for the near future, I guess. Alright, some PvP, guys. As you see this probe heading out down to the bottom side. Obviously, we've seen PvP and its opportunity. Sorry, we've seen PvP and its volatility to provide opportunity to underdogs. No, and see, that was a very well played by Geralt. Like, this was not a simple game to play. He made a lot of really good decisions too. Because a lot of the time you will see the better player maybe making the out-strategizing their opponent, but Geralt choosing to go back and fight, I actually think was such a great call. I would love to see that, as Harstem is going to proxy the Robo. He does love his proxy Robos. he's going to rely on it here. It is against a 2-gate opening of classic opening Stalkers. That means no sentries for hallucination, no sentries for vision. But Stalker's not bad fighting units, so that's definitely a factor in these early stages as well, that you will have that little bit of firepower from the Stalkers, and that may help you too, even if you don't know what's coming. And I mean, Classic really doesn't know what's coming to some extent. I mean, he sees only one pylon in the main base initially, so he is aware that there's probably a proxy. He's scouting for it. So far, it's going to miss the mark, but there's absolutely time for this probe to change its direction of scout and maybe find what's going on. Obviously, the scary thing is it could be top right as well, which is also where Classic is looking. Stalker's there, going to get the probe. Ooh, Classic doesn't go to the center. See the Immortal on the way up, and for now, this pylon is going to be safe, so we're going to actually be okay. I love this as well, hiding the Stalkers in the line of sight blockers. Get some free shots off if something does arrive. Classic is, you're going to look at the vision here. Look, he's not seen, on this bottom side of the map, it's literally only here that he's not been to. So he's really, really blind as Classic tries to get through for a scout, but will not be able to either. So again, playing blind, but he's also playing 3-gate Robo. So he's playing in-base Robo, he's going to get the Prism out. And this obviously becomes a very interesting kind of play, because you're going to have the extra gate. Your opponent built the Immortal first. Who is going to come out ahead on this one? That is an extremely difficult question to answer. As a couple of Stalkers gather up, and they look for the chance with an Immortal to maybe go poking around, poking up, and maybe trying to break through for some info and damage into this main base as well. Battery on the way, a couple of Adepts on the way out with the Immortal Karuna boosting too. You see the Prism is going to wander across, and we are just going to get forward a little bit there, hit the gateway for a few moments. Gateway taking some damage, a little force field coming down, Stalker Sentry taking shots. Gateway is going to get dropped. We're just going to be seeing... I mean, not a bad start. The problem is going to be the Prism across the map. Harstem has to deal with this well, and if he can deal with this well, this may not be so bad. Pops a Garden Shield, Battery doing work. Defense is fine, and again, we've already gotten rid of a gateway on this side. Harstem just going to start to expand, which I think is good in this situation, right? Because when you look at where this is at right now, I think it's kind of okay. Nexus about halfway done. The probe and the orbs coming up. We just lose a couple more probes. These Adepts are still being an issue, so this is something that we were doing well against before. Now we actually just target probes, we lose a bunch of them. These Stalkers and the Sentry, I wonder if they're trying to catch the Prism on its way out, or what his plan is. He might just be looking to get a catch there. Obviously, one of Harstem's disadvantages will be... Oh, he actually killed the Prism, so the Prism does go down eventually. Harstem 5 workers down, but does have the expansion coming up. But still, Classic maybe wants to go fight. Harstem has his 2 Mortals in the Prism, by the way, too, so they're going to just arrive, and that's going to cause chaos. And did we just see it with the hallucination? I think we did. What a huge play that is, yeah, he should go after the other pylon. He's going to get probes. That might not be the bad call, because probes are kind of the guarantee here, whereas the pylon you might not have gotten in time. Uh-oh, we need to save our Immortals here, save that Prism. We messed up the micro. The Immortals are going to go down, and that does not bode well. The idea was not bad, dropping the Immortals to kill the Stalker that was hitting the Prism, because that Prism was super low. It was in danger. But that obviously goes wrong. That bit of micro was not quite how Harstem planned it, and hence things will backfire rather heavily here. There's the Immortal coming up on both sides, the Adept coming through, Prism still heading down to the bottom. Going to see a couple of couple of sentries warping in. I mean, Classic should be looking to attack. He also is going to find the Robo. Fortunately for Harstem, he recalls the Immortal that just popped out of this. Classic is expanding. He's only 5 workers behind. Harstem even supply blocked currently. I don't know if Classic has enough to come running in and kind of fighting into this army. But I think he's okay to kind of put some pressure on, and also at the same time be like, okay, well, back at home, I'm setting up nicely, right? I've got my Nexus finished. I'm starting to kind of get that saturated. I think you can look at this with a lot of positives that are on the way through. Sentry Immortal stepping over, Force Field coming down. We're going to stare each other down for a couple of moments as well as the Force Fields come across. Prism loads up, Immortal taking damage, a couple Sentries taking a few nibbles here and there also. Gonna lift up once again. We're gonna get rid of that Immortal 2. Nice little freebie. And now those sentries. I mean, here's the issues. You just got 3 Immortals to fight against, and Harstem... Sorry, 4 Immortals to fight against, and Harstem does not really have the same amount of value in his army, so... I think Classic is absolutely right. I'm surprised he doesn't drop the Immortals over the force fields and bring them forward a little bit more aggressively. It doesn't matter. It's going to be fine. GG's. Classic takes a 1-0 lead over Harstem. Hop into game 2 in a couple of moments and get that underway. Honestly, losing that Prism obviously is really kind of damning. You lose that Prism and you get into a lot of trouble from there, so... Let's have a quick peek at the Duckling stream and see how Skillous Rogue Game 2 is going. They're currently about... Join the lobby so I can actually bring this up on the screen for you guys. Again, this is on the Cranky Ducklings channel, Skillous Rogue. Looking pretty comfortable as they set up into something of a macro game here on Maganatha. Storming +1 on the way about. Burrow, melee upgrade, carapace upgrade, and Baneling speed all coming through. Infestation Pit, Evolution Chamber. Rogue looking good for the later game. What's maybe not looking good is arguably maybe a little bit more drone count would be decent for him. Just at a glance, Skillous is competitive on supply, which is, like I say, generally not a great thing. So, a couple things to look at there, as we'll take ourselves into game number 2 of Classic versus Harstem. In the bottom left-hand corner, the red Protoss player is going to be Classic. Up against our blue Protoss in the upper right-hand side is going to be Harstem. Game 2 of our BO3. Gatling Assimilator coming up. Can't get a double. Just take a few moments to settle down on this opening. See if it's going to be 2 gates each again, which would be the expectation, and it is. There's no surprises in the first minute. This class will get a probe onto the map, though. Let's see what he has planned with his probe. Adventuring toward the other side, obviously proxy possibilities. Could just be scouting early. Take your pick. Harstem going no scout currently, so looking to currently just be blind. Take a little bit of a risk. I just imagine Harstem scouts to some extent. Not scouting at all in PvP is pretty crazy, I think. Probe drops the pylon down, side before coming about. The gateways are going to finish. All the probes coming through, and we do have that pylon is about to complete. So pylon is done, and in the bottom right, this probe continues to wander around as well. So Harstem is indeed scouting, just not directly across the map, checking some common proxy locations, and it might pay off very well for him, because he's about to waltz headfirst into a proxied robo facility. So you could not have better information than this earlier in the game. You get here so early, you're going to justify the probe nibbling the pylon to weaken it up for your other units that are going to walk across the map eventually as well. So that is an immediate problem maker as a couple of probes nibble each other up. And the robo coming through comfortably, a couple of adepts on the way still. Warp gate on the way, you had the stalkers on. Just see the couple of adepts shading out over toward the center. And over that right hand side, the couple of stalkers would also like to come through here. If at all possible. And obviously, we'd like to try and deny the robo. There's double pylon. The adepts going across the map. It's important that Harstem does what he can to deny those adepts. You don't want to let them get in and do damage early. The pylon block does come down. We actually have 2 stalkers that we're going to kind of pull back and deal with it. They now start to come onto the map again. First Immortal ready very soon, and the stalkers coming up to defend this as well. I do not think these stalkers should stick around much longer. They start to step away. What he did do is he forced the 3rd pylon, right? So this was 3 pylons built to power this robo facility. 1 died. This one was built as just a secondary backup. If that didn't build, it's then worth Harstem maybe taking this pylon out. Because he knows that pylon's on the way, he doesn't want to give up too soon, because then it could be cancelled. he wants to force an inefficient pylon to finish from Classic. So he's still affecting the build of Classic by sticking around there. And he actually does a beautiful little loop around here. He's going to get back onto the Robo, and that's scary for Classic because his Prism will pop out soon, and the Prism might pop out straight into the Stalkers, or we might not get the Prism popping out at all. That's going to be very close. Prism does pop, does pull away, but now the Robo is still in trouble. At the same time, we run in on the other side, and Harstem is there, ready to meet him. He lifts the Immortal with the Phoenix. Have the Zealot that's kind of in a funky spot is going to end up going after the Immortal, which obviously can't be microed or anything, you know, here, because the Prism isn't going to make it across the map. The Phoenix is there to zone the Prism just in case it arrives, and it does start to arrive, and now the Prism is going to get jumped on by Phoenix and Stalkers alike. It shouldn't go down. The recall should be good. But man, what a disaster for Classic. Great defense from Harstem. Step-by-step guide on how to deny the proxy robo play if you know it's coming as early as he did. And obviously, like I say, just a beautiful loop around with the Stalkers. Shut it down in the end. Now the robo is going to die. No repowering this. And now you're playing from an awful spot. Your spot is basically he's going to go 4 gates and try and win. It's not a terrible idea, and it could work. You still have the Prism alive, but this is also a one-life Prism. There's no rebuilding that if you lose it. So you've got to protect this Prism with your life. I love the hallucinations of a couple Stalkers as well. Make this army bigger and scarier than it really is. Maybe fake some shots out. We do see Harstem spotting it on the map. As a robo on the way up, I'd like him to cancel the Oracle. I don't know if the Oracle really does anything for him here. Even a defensive stasis ward can be played around. I'm not really sure if it's worth committing to. Unless he really just doesn't have anywhere else to spend the money right now, in which case, sure, go for it. But, like I said, I'm not sure if that's completely true either. I'm just going to see the Sentries pop the Guardian Shield. I don't know what the Phoenix wants to go for here. Yeah, I was going to say maybe just lifting a Stalker at the front. By lifting that Stalker, you remove its micro potential. It can't be lifted into the Prism. So it becomes a guaranteed kill. Now we put some damage onto the Prism. Remember, that's a one-and-done situation. Once that Prism goes down, there's no replacing it. So now no reinforcing, now no microing. Full battery overcharge, or energy overcharge, sorry, onto the battery. We can still call that battery overcharge, right? But it's a defense from Harstem. It's what it needs to be. Classic starts up an expansion. And now the Oracle looks great, because you did invest into the Oracle, and it is going to fly into the main base and find an undefended main. I say undefended, but no battery, but there was a couple of Stalkers warped in. They actually just about get there in time. He went main first rather than naturally, and those Stalkers might not have been in position. And, yeah, Classic was obviously kind of desperate. He had no real choice. Like, he sees 2 batteries at the front. He's just got to go. Like, he's not in a position to mess around and try and pretend that he's okay just to fall back and whatever. Like, he's not. He's got no tech in this game. He was committed to that attack, and that's why you take a horrible fight. I mean, I'm surprised he's trying to expand out of it. Classic practicing for the big events where you don't give up until the last second, apparently. I'm surprised that 1-0 up in a Monday Cup, on Friday, is going to decide to... I'm surprised he's going to decide to call it just to keep it going. I mean, he gets no these adepts. He does get 5 workers. He wants Harstem to show him that he can actually finish this game up. Harstem shows up. I don't know if the sentry was the lift Phoenix should have been looking for there. We're about to have an Immortal, by the way. That's a lovely force field too. Trap some Stalkers on the low ground. Trap some Stalkers from coming into the fight. A lot of benefits. Next is going to go down. And this one really should just be. I mean, GG's. We're going to pull the probes. In an act of desperation, 37-8 army supply, Harstem leading. There's another decent force field on the ram. GG gets called. A couple of workers went down for Harstem on the other side, but it's not going to be consequential. It's going to be GG's and game 3 coming up here between the guys. Guys, go getting called. Game 3 is going to get lined up immediately here. I'm going to take another quick look at the Skillous game. Skillous Rogue ongoing. 1-1, so Skillous does tie it up. Come on, Rogue. Save us from the PvPs. You can do it. Going down into Pylon. as we get ready to kick this off. So yeah, get this started in a second. Maybe WardiTV should become a Friday thing. Fridays are not a great day to run tournaments because everybody wants to run tournaments Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So trying to make a weekly thing on a Friday is... it's silly on your own regard, and it's also... it is kind of unfair to the bigger tournaments that want to run across the weekend, which I think is absolutely... I think that's absolutely viable as well. I don't think it's crazy that people should want to run, the finals of their events across the weekend. If, like, there was a cup every Friday that I had to avoid, I would just be such a pain in the butt. Like, it's so annoying because, like, then I just can't run a weekend event, Like, the Friday is usually used as, the first day of an opening weekend. Like, it just doesn't feel good at all, so... I don't think anyone should be looking to take the Friday time slot as a regularity. I absolutely hated it when World Team League ran across the weekend. Especially because World Team League would be like 2 series only. And it was like every weekend for 11 weeks. And it's just like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And 2 series would oftentimes be 2 to 3 hours. So it's not even a good stream. Like when you stream on the weekends are good times to stream, right? But streaming on the weekend for 2 hours and then that's it, your WTL day is done, is like, no, surely not, right? Like, it's so sad. Because it's like, you get live, you don't even reach peak viewership, and the tournament's done, it's like, oh. So I really disliked it when WTL was on across the weekends for that reason. I think WTL was always better when it wasn't at the weekend, basically. But I just think the weekend should be kept much more so for, like... I'm not saying, like, it should be kept, but, like, for anyone to kind of realistically be able to run stuff across the weekend, right? Because if you just run stuff regularly on a weekend, it's going to get clashed into, so... Can't believe what he's calling out Roddy for running big brain routes on a Friday afternoon. Well, no one really does European-only events, right? So that one's kind of fine. The thing, like, most bigger events are always going to take place, like, through the daytime, because most of the time Koreans are participating too, so... But yeah. It's this time zone right now that's the most competitive because it is the better time zone for crossing over Europe and Korea. So it's just, yeah. I think, obviously, like I say, it is weird because, like, everyone wants to stream on a weekend because, obviously, the weekends are better. But I really hate the drawn-out tournaments that, let's say, like, you know what, we're going to run over, like, 4 weeks. But we can only run on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. I'm like, guys, come on. Like no tournament that's being run at the community level is big enough to justify being able to bully their way onto every single weekend. Or for a whole month, I really hate this stuff. I think it's very inconsiderate to everyone else that's doing things. Like, what makes your turn... Like, can you imagine I was like, you know what, guys, anytime I do a bigger WardiTV event, it's only on the weekends. Well, do you know how many problems that would cause? None for anyone else, because everyone else would just schedule over me anyway, because they don't care. But I would care, because all the players will come to me to try and get me to fix it, And that's my problem, because I became the fixer guy rather than the screw you, I'm going to do what I want guy. But it would just be a problem. So, yeah. How do the players feel about playing on the weekends for small tournaments? I don't know, to be honest. Some of the guys don't like playing the weekends. Some of them don't mind it. I honestly I don't really know what the like. I think everyone's kind of got their own thing. Some people don't have much going on. Some people, a weekday is just as much of a weekend for them. So I don't know. I mean, at the same time, there's some people who can only play on the weekends. So sometimes the smaller events beyond the weekends is nice too. I just don't think anyone should run something that's consistently... Like, I don't think that a weekly cup should ever be a weekend thing. At least not in the prime time, like, Korea-Europe crossover spot. Like, I think that specifically, because that is the spot where the bigger event then runs, so... Awesome with the pushback on this prism. That's why I get for being nice will work. I know. My favorite is when people message me like, hey, Wardy, they told me I can't play. I've got to play one best of 3 for this tournament. I'm like, Great, so they're going to let you play it from replays, right? And they're like, no, I'm sorry. They would rather me play all of your games. They want me to pre-play 5 matches in your tournament from replays. And also, if you can make the other players in your tournament pre-play as well, so I can play against the next guy already, that would be great. I'm like, or they could just let you play your one best of 3. And they're like, no, they don't like replays. I'm like, you can't just not like replays. Like, that's not how it works. This has happened before. People have actually asked me to make not just the player that's involved in their tournament play early, but to also get my other matches to play ahead of time, so it doesn't influence their event. I'm like, are you crazy? This is I hate this. This is some of my pet peeve of tournament organizing. I really am Mr. Nice Guy. It's so annoying. Is Showtime playing? Showtime's not signed up today, no. That's gonna be a little cancellation, nothing major. You can't wait for Wardy's No More Mr. Nice Guy arc? Yeah, well then they post on Reddit that Wardy's ruining the tournament scene by hogging all the tournament slots. The problem is it's not... The problem is it's that the players that get screwed over in the end, right? Because the players just want to play in as much as they can, and I get it, right? Like, you want to play in as many tournaments as possible, and I don't blame the players for asking, but, like, I think it's very logical that if you're a smaller tournament, or if you're just, like, if you're just a one-series situation, like, you should be the one that plays from replays, you know? You should not be the one that should be asking the other guy to play an entire group stage from replays. And yet that is not the obvious, you know, the obvious way of things happening, apparently, so... Yeah. Crazy. Anyways, I'm just ranting on. This hasn't really happened in a while, but I know fine well it could absolutely happen again. That's why it's still a passionate point. Hallucination up toward the top. Resonating Glaives coming about. The +1 attack upgrade coming through. 5 gateways on the way up. As you see Harstem with the scout in. Not a bad position. It's not been a bad start. He's up a few workers in this game. His upgrades are coming along nicely. There's no downside to the position of Harstem at this current point of time. Classic going to start the Immortal. Harstem is already, well, Classic's on 5 Immortals, Jesus. So Classic has 5 Immortals, whereas obviously Harstem has Blink. Classic built Glaives, but he's not attacking. I mean, Harstem getting the Archons up is the right call, because if Glaive attacks come in right now, you having Archons is the major way of shutting down those Adepts nice and quickly. So that's absolutely the right direction to be moving that in. A few more Adepts warp in, +1 attack coming up. I should cast with Harstem more. Look, I'd cast with Harstem more, but the guy's out here trying to beat Classic, you know? This guy didn't get the memo he's meant to lose first round a day so we could have a fun Friday cast. No, he's going to play the tournament properly and try and win. And like, oh, look at me, I can win tournaments still. Yeah. I'll only forgive him if he wins the whole thing. No pressure, Harstem. Classic's coming, man. He wants to fight. Harstem should get more Archons. I mean, Archons are just straight up the answer right now. He doesn't have the gas for it, unfortunately, but Archons would absolutely be the best thing you'd build. Right now, his Archon can't get forward, though. A lot of force fields are going to make this a little bit of a messy situation. A lot of these workers getting hit is kind of fine as well, though, for Harstem, because it's damage that's not going on in his army. Warping in Zealots. Warping in Zealots is risky, because obviously you're running into a depth, so the Zealots are going to melt. Harstem is not going to find the chance just yet to blink onto that prism. Probably smart, because 4 mortals are extremely powerful if those stalkers are just taking the shots. Another couple of Zealots warping in. You're just seeing the power of this Immortal Archon, Immortal Adept army. We get the prism there. Harstem with a bigger warp in now. Can he clean this up at the tail end of the fight? You know what? It's going to be close, because there's no warp-ins available for Classic. If we just get enough Zealots out, like, the Immortals will be in trouble, but a couple of Adepts are still playing cleanup in the background. Harstem was just tech units away from dealing with this. I think he just needed a few more Archons. He would have been in a much better spot. Would have been in a much better place. Alrighty, guys. Wanted to take this out of the screen. I'm going to throw us to a break quickly, but when we come back, we're going to go into Skillous MaxPax. Oh, more PvP. Never lucky. Alright, Skillous MaxPax and the finals coming up, guys. I'll see you guys in just a few. We'll be right back.
Hello?
You can't just say pick up literally the moment you start calling.
I called before the countdown.
Oh, I didn't see the notification.
Yeah.
Slander.
So, yeah, I think an apology here would be in its place.
Yeah, I'm waiting.
What? No, from you. What? I was fat. Oh my god, that last game. I was like, there's no way he goes up the 2 force field ramp. I wasn't even thinking about that because it was such a non-possibility.
He did though.
It was a win, no? I got like 100%.
Did you not think you need like 2 more outcomes?
No. But if I force field him out, what's he gonna do?
Shade on you and drop the immortals over?
5? 5 immortals. You're gonna drop 5 immortals on top of me. What about the sentries? Now, what a ridiculous proposition, Wardy. God.
I don't know.
No, you should have said, yes, that was a win. I would feel even worse. You see, you don't even know what makes me tick.
I'm not trying to make you feel worse.
Oh.
My chat's just disappointed that you weren't here sooner to cast with me, so...
Yeah. I made $50 today, though. Top 4 after winning a single match. It's not bad.
50, but I know, it's a good deal, right?
Yeah, but to be fair, I deserved it after also almost taking out Classic.
Oh, it's a well-deserved 50.
Yeah, it's some of the most well-deserved 50s I had. I actually once won a tournament for 16,000, which had an easier bracket than the WardiTV Monday 54 played on the Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I won GPL. I think I played Haas in the round of 8. Puck/Nina in the back then Puck, now Nina in the round of 4, and then Snoot in the finals. I guess Snoot is like as good as Classic is now, though. But the rest was probably simpler than Nicorach.
Nina was really good then, though.
That's true, actually. Yeah. Nina was very good.
I was scared for you in that series.
Yeah, me too. I won 4-1 or so, or 3-1.
Yeah.
2-1.
You did, but I was scared.
So. Oh, look at it. MaxPax here is going for Stargate. I don't think I could have predicted this. And Skillous is going for Proxy Robo.
Proxy Robotics. Stock is kind of nice.
You know, Proxy Robo is even better after the new patch.
How come?
Because so anyone that does like an energy-based defense has it worse. So like Oracle has less stasis wards, Sentry has less force fields, Battery has less energy if you want to recharge it.
Okay.
Isn't that fun?
That is fun. Do you like your Proxy Robo?
Yeah.
Do you think how have the stasis wards been holding up for you? Or have you not used them much?
No. Most of my games end before the 6-minute mark, Wardy. I'm going to be real with you. It's not a lot of macro games these days. Oh, Skillous taking a lot of damage here. On that prism. It's going to lose. Yeah. So you lose a prism and you kill 2 stalkers. Is that worth it? I don't think so, right? Is it?
I don't really know. It's kind of like a 50-50.
Yeah, but you lose some momentum as well.
Lose momentum.
All the defensive units are gone.
Yeah, so I mean, do you really lose momentum?
Yeah. Because you can't warp in aggressively now. And you can't threaten the main base.
That's true. I just think that MaxPax didn't have much defensively for a couple of seconds there, but he was fine, so I'm with you.
Yeah.
Get that Void Ray up, add to the defenses, get that prepared.
Yeah, and also now, like, usually if you'd warp in a sentry and you'd recharge it, you have 3 force fields, which would be enough to fully lock this area off. But now, getting a sentry for that actually doesn't feel like such a W anymore, you know? And also you can't, like, force field plus Guardian, so there's... I actually think the defensive portion has been made significantly weaker, and I think Skillous is abusing this well.
Void Ray. I'm going to be activating, but the second Void Ray shows up as well, so we're already in a very nice Void Ray position, realistically.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm with you. Usually, like, the key number is kind of 3 Void Rays. Once you get there, and if you have any amount of sentries nearby and some active batteries, it usually is fine. Because from there on out, like, the Void Rays, they're all attacking at the same time, while the Stalker player, you know, like, they're competing for space to shoot. So it becomes kind of tricky if you don't have Blink. So MaxPax really needs to hold on just for a little bit longer. Adepts are taking quite a bit of damage. Batteries are going lower and lower as well. When it comes to the energy, we have an energy recharge available. We have a prismatic alignment. I think this is a very solid defense for MaxPax so far.
Yeah, no, he's holding well. He's picking off a Stalker here and there. It's not costing him much. MaxPax is just getting comfortable, and Skillous again at that point where it's kind of just let's do this kind of moment. Like, let's commit in and try and send this. Because the problem is triple Void Ray is going to make it very, very tough, and the Stalkers can't step forward properly with that force field down. Batteries are kind of low, but a new one finishes up, so we can have some more energy available there too. Let's see if we can make this happen as Skillous. We start microing back to the Stalkers. A couple more begin to warp in. MaxPax will take a little step back. Man, those Stalkers are looking beat up now. They're going to start going down very quickly.
Yeah, but a lot of the kind of the tanking for MaxPax is also gone, so it's just a weird situation. Get a jump in further forward here with these Stalkers. If you have any prismatic alignment here, that would be huge in this fight. Not the case. Battery's completely empty too. No recharge available. Do we have another warping? Yes, 3 more Stalkers come in. Skillous might be breaking the low ground here. Dude, if one of these batteries had like 60 more energy and there was a prismatic available, this would have been a completely different fight. But now Skillous has so many Stalkers and there's really not that much defensively. Worker count is pretty even still, and as a result, Skillous is going to try to walk up this ramp. I think that's actually a mistake. Killing the low ground first and then kind of taking it from there might be better. Now the prism goes down, and all of a sudden MaxPax initially probably should have just given up the low ground, but now might consider trying to hold on to it.
That was a little messy. Skillous really felt like he had a moment to get up, but got caught up. The Void Ray is able to hit it, sit in a good corner, and get a lot of free shots off as well. And then a lot of the Stalkers, because they were low, started dropping very quickly. We end up killing the Nexus still, so MaxPax is going to be down without that. That's going to make this 1 base each. And Skillous going to step away and get a chance to just rebuild the Stalkers. How much more does he need to push around? Or is this just a case of now you just hold this position, maybe even think about an expansion yourself?
Yeah, I think this is one of the reasons why losing that Prism sucks so much, because rebuilding it is very expensive when it comes to the minerals. There's 2 things you can do. You can either go Twilight Council, or you can just go Nexus. If you go Twilight Counselor, you're going to be absolutely great later on as well. You can maybe eventually even push in here. If you get Nexus, it can be scary if the Void Rays get to go across the map. But Skillous instead, he's just going to walk up the ramp with what he has, expecting MaxPax to move out with those Void Rays. And he was kind of right. MaxPax was going around with the 4 Void Rays, just trying to hold the ramp here. And Skillous is just going to continue pushing.
He is just going to continue pushing. The Stalker setup, Warpgate going to take some damage. And we do have Leon still sat on the high ground. The Observer stepping over as well. Stalkers want to come forward. They're going to walk up this ramp and hit this Warpgate, take that out. Just continue to push our way into this main base at the moment. Void Rays are going to activate. The Prism loads up. We're going to evacuate away. Stalker's still taking a good chunk of damage. I mean, those Void Rays are putting work, and right now the Stalker's not able to get far enough forward to kill them, so the Void Rays stay alive for so long. So much value found there. I mean, we're about to run out of prismatic alignment. Is that enough damage done? I mean, there's just not enough Stalkers left for the Void Rays.
Wow. Oh my god.
What a hole.
If this Prism goes down, which I don't think it will, but he's going to continue chasing here, obviously. Is there a recall available? There's a recall available, so it might... Oh, look at this. That's a crazy move out of Skillous. Yeah. That is insane.
Very risky. He's going to commit to it as well, and the Void Rays are going to miss the Prism, so he's going to get back across and have the chance to pull these Void Rays back, buy himself some time, and maybe even do a bit more damage as well. So Skillous going to get back in the main. There is an Immortal building. I mean, MaxPax is down only 12 workers. He may lose a couple more here, but I mean, the fact he's going to Maul on the way up is super scary. Skillous going to try and build a Twilight Council. I mean, this just got a little bit chaotic. I mean, you got to pull back as MaxPax. There's a lot of lost mining time. Skillous just needs so much time still, though.
Yeah, and the Void Rays are showing up once more. This Prism is dead if Prismatic Alignment gets activated. Moving past it was extremely risky, and then staying to kill one more worker after already killing 4 and being up 12 workers makes it triple risky. Like, this was an insane move. The sad thing for Skillous here is that he doesn't have an expo, so it's great that he has 11 more workers, but there's only 4 mineral patches to mine from. So the moment there's about 8 to 10 workers on minerals for MaxPax, income is going to be kind of close to being even, honestly. And I wouldn't mind if MaxPax continues building stuff as well. He has the Void Rays and Immortal, so he can contain his opponent. He can clear probably 2 of these gateways without much of an interruption. I mean, 2 Immortals, 3 Voids against 7 Stalkers without Blink. Good luck, Skillous. You don't have a Prism to save him either. I think all 3 of these gateways might just be toast, and rebuilding that is going to be super expensive.
Stalkers, Void Rays, Immortals. Gonna go knock down a couple of these gateways. Gonna work our way through those. Gonna drop a Revelation up to the high ground. I'm just gonna be seeing... I mean, we can just kind of pick away and chip our way through this. Blink is a great idea, and Blink is amazingly efficient, right, in these sort of scenarios as well, but we need gateways to build Stalkers, and we're not really kind of rich enough to go adding extra gateways on. And Blink's also just not done yet, and the Stalker count's not up there yet either, so just so many problems. As you mentioned, we're working off of minimal economy because it's only 4 mineral patches remaining. We can't even long distance because you're pendant to the main base right here. And it does feel like this game 1 has slipped away from MaxPax.
You saw that Skillous went into surveillance mode, forgetting that it's going to reveal him.
That's a one you gotta learn again.
Yeah, it really is.
Do you think Skillous can do anything with the Blink here, or is it just 2 units?
I mean, 5 Stalkers theoretically is enough to force something back. If there's an Immortal plus battery, you should be okay. Yeah, Skillous is going to try to come back a little bit as he walks into some stasis downstairs as well. Like, the moment Skillous manages to break out, that would be good enough already, right? You don't need much more than that. If you can break out, you have the extra workers, and even just long distance mining is going to severely increase your income. As Sentry is going to get sniped here. That means that these Immortals are going to be super useful. We get a Blink back out of 4 Stalkers, but 3 out of the 4 will die before anything else happens. Here come the 5 flanking Stalkers, who get kind of an awkward Blink, and MaxPax, despite being honestly 95% dead here, it has risen from the dead and is back now to kill some of his opponent's workers. Has a stasis in here too. Void Ray Micro once again is phenomenal. Guardian Shield is helping out big time, but I just don't think Skillous has the units here to hold out.
No, he does not. The Stalkers are too low in number. The Pro's stasis. He's going to get chased to the corner, and it is going to be MaxPax game. And at the opening map of this best of 3. GG gets scored, Skillous taps, and MaxPax leads.
Absolutely. That was a ridiculous game. You know what we call this, Wardy?
I mean, a lot of different things you could call it. Which one are you going for?
A theoretical victory for Skillous.
Theoretical victory for Skill. Yeah, that's definitely true. Like, he should have had it.
That was as theoretically victorious as I've ever seen in my life.
Theoretically. The good
Probably
old...
the most theoretical victory I've seen since I lost the Classic in the previous game before this.
And you know what? A whole one-game gap can be pretty large in StarCraft 2, where every second means something.
That is true. Hundreds of actions per minute. That is crazy.
We're thousands of actions deep. Between two players as well, so...
Exactly, yeah.
Wow.
How about they host the next map as well?
I know, you know, if I was trying to host it, MaxPax would have hosted in like 3 seconds, but because I'm not, he's just going to take his time.
Yeah. He's thinking about that previous game. It's like, interesting. That's a theoretical loss. What do you think he writes in his notebook right now? Like another win for the Stargate opener?
He's like, okay win, not great, but we got there.
Yeah. Decent. Played out. Did you see the drop in army value, by the way?
On the graph? Yeah. It's kind of brutal.
MaxPax lost like a probe or so, like a zealot maybe, not even. Like it just barely goes down. Freaking Skillous lost 2k in resources. Yeah, suboptimal fight.
I'll take that again. Oh, wait, when did they host the lobby? Not even a lobby link, man. Everyone's just showing off friends. What is this?
Yeah.
This is why I get left behind. Just waiting for that little yellow text and it just never comes.
True.
Don't you just hate when you drop something and it just disappears?
When you drop something and it just disappears?
Yeah. Like if I was trying to be a magician right now, I'd be absolutely killing it because I just dropped something on the floor and it's just gone.
Oh, I had this yesterday.
Yeah.
What did you drop?
You know the lens you put on your camera, like the cap. I dropped it.
You put that on?
Well, no. Yeah. After every stream, when you turn the camera off.
Really?
Yeah, to protect the lens. No.
I don't know.
I
maybe
mean,
that's what I meant.
you should if you have a nice camera. Like, why would you?
I have a nice
protect
camera. Are you actually supposed to do this? I thought this was like if you transport it in a bag or something.
I mean, it probably isn't gonna kill it if you don't. If it's just sat in your room.
Like, I get a little bit of dust, and then I dust it with like the thing that the police uses for fingerprints. You know?
Yeah, but why not? I guess. But yeah, I've just dropped
because
it.
it's extra effort, and you might lose the cap in case you ever really need it, like you did just now.
Right. Well, I mean, it's got to be in my room. I've literally just dropped it on the floor. Like.
No. Okay. You know what happened yesterday? Let me tell you.
It's behind my computer. Oh my god.
Okay, you found it in like 3 seconds. This wasn't that bad.
What are you on about? I've been crawling on the floor for like a minute. Anyway, yesterday,
let's do yesterday. I was, so I have like glass straws that I use sometimes.
Uh-huh.
And
glass
for whatever,
straws?
Glass, yeah, made of glass.
Interesting.
And for whenever I have something in my hands, I tend to just put it in my pocket if I can't get rid of it immediately, you know? This is not a good habit, but it is something that I do. So I think I was drinking and I was like, oh, now I have this straw. I don't know what to do with it. I'll just put it in my pocket. I don't know why, but I just did that.
But what happened to the thing you were drinking from?
The glass? Oh, you just left it in my room. Like I said,
well, you just took the straw with you?
I just took the straw. I'm like, oh, there's a straw here. Let me just put it in my pocket. I'm a collector, you know? This is what I do.
Right, yeah.
So glass straw in my pocket. And I forgot about it. And yesterday I was setting up my thing and I needed to get like, I also had I think you call it like an Allen key in my pocket that I also put there earlier. And I felt like I was brushing my teeth. I was like, what the hell is in my pocket? I was like, oh, it's the Allen key. So I take it out of my pocket. And as I take it out, the glass straw falls on the floor and breaks in like 2 major pieces and like 1,000 small pieces, right? So I'm cleaning up all the small pieces and I'm finding everything, you know? Like I'm getting all the small pieces. I'm feeling real good about myself. So I cleaned all of that up and I have like one of the major pieces and another huge piece, probably the size like 10 centimeter, is just missing and I can't find it. I looked for like 15 minutes, it's not there. But it is sharp, so I can't let it go, you know? But so what I did is I figured what was gonna happen. is I'm going to walk into the bathroom and I'm going to step on top of it because I'm blind. So what I did is I just took off my socks and I just started stepping so I could step on it because I thought that's how I would find it eventually. Might as well do it quickly.
Wouldn't it be more logical to put your shoes on and then step on it so you find it?
No, because then it wouldn't work. You'd never
because then
find
it knows.
wouldn't hurt. Yeah. So I did it without the socks, and you feel it better as well then.
You got the real touch.
And in the end, it rolled out of my bathroom into the hallway, into my room, under the door.
No.
I didn't even know that was possible. I'm like, oh, that's crazy. And I just found it there when I went into my room. I was like, oh, that's cool. What the hell?
That's actually a wild
Yeah,
world.
lucky me.
Holy.
Yeah.
Well, you had a day yesterday, it seems.
Yeah, I had quite the day.
Incredible. And now we have more PvP. So MaxPax leads the game. It's the semi-finals. Classic is in the finals for an all-Protoss affair. It's Monday Cup on a Friday. Do you think that changes the mentality of a lot of players playing a Monday Cup on a Friday?
Yeah, I was very confused as well.
Irene
asked me yesterday, are you going to play the Monday Cup? I was like, what? It's like, the Monday Cup. I'm like, yeah, I don't know yet. Like, it's like 4 days from now. She's like, no, the one tomorrow. I'm like,
The classic.
Yes, the Monday Cup. A classic. Wait, so there's not going to be a Monday Cup upcoming Monday?
Yeah, correct.
That's a pity, huh?
Well, yeah, because I'm away.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, away.
It's still a pity.
Yeah, it's a pity. And then the same thing happens.
Away does kind of cancel it out, though. You know?
I mean, the same thing happens in like 2 weeks. Yeah.
What do you mean? What happens in 2 weeks?
It's the same thing. I want to see you on the Monday again. So we have a Friday Monday Cup. Twice in 1 month. And then, I'm not going anywhere anymore.
Okay, that's sick. Yeah.
I'm just saying this now, so when you get confused in 2 weeks, you can be like, huh, this was mentioned once.
Hey, people might get used to the Monday Cup on the Friday then. You do it a couple of times, the pattern starts forming.
Yeah, well, but I don't want the Monday Cup on the Friday. I just had a big discussion about why you don't run cups on Fridays or weekends.
Why is that?
Well, because everyone that wants to run bigger events wants to use the weekends, right? So then you naturally create clashes for yourself. Whereas no one wants to run anything on a Monday.
True. And that's why you do it.
Yeah.
The hero we don't deserve, but the one we need.
Yeah. But the one that just doesn't want to do more work by fixing all the players' schedules all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, listen to this. MaxPax, what's the chance he's going for a Stargate here?
Hi.
Express it in percentages, please.
87.
87. I think it's legit 96.
96?
Yeah.
1 in 20 times he doesn't?
Yeah.
I mean, I would have said 96 2 weeks ago. But he mixed it up a little bit.
No, yeah, but if it is second final at home, I think it might actually just be 100%.
Yeah,
unless he sees like 2 chronos on the Nexus still left over, because then sometimes people do like Stalker, and they chrono the next 2 Stalkers. They run across the map and try to kill him. Because his hold is with 2 Stalkers, 1 Adept, and I'm not even sure if he has a battery ready already. Like, I don't entirely know what the setup is. But it's an interesting build order for sure.
An interesting build order. What does the... if MaxPax opens like this play, he feels like it's the best way to open. What is it bad for him to play against?
Nothing.
Nothing? Well, back to that. It's just, this is always good.
Yeah, I think. Well, Oracle is just too strong. So it's like, because the Oracle also has detection. If Oracle didn't have detection, it would be a different story.
Yeah, it really is a catch-all, right?
Yeah. Makes you wonder if maybe it shouldn't have detection.
Yeah, but then you get so hemmed in, like then you're forced to open Robo all the time.
It would make DT more exciting.
For PvP, but not in every other matchup. No? Like PvT would be horrible.
Yes, because Oracles are definitely a unit we see a lot there. That was sarcasm. We almost never see it, Wardy.
Yeah, I mean, you just get forced. I mean, for right now, sure, but like in the future, it would keep the Robo build as like a guaranteed must build almost.
Yeah. I mean, but that's already the case now, because you never go Stargate anyway.
Yeah, but in the future, if the meta changed, it would.
But why would it change? The Oracle's a bad unit in PvT.
if something, because you're limiting the fact that it could change by making it even worse.
But it won't.
But Stargate has been a thing in PvT in the past, right?
It won't be anymore.
But it could be.
Yeah, sure. We make the Phoenix 1 supply and 10 minerals, but then you wouldn't want to be building Oracle. You play Phoenix Colossus then anyway. See? But no, I'm with you, of course. It's but yeah, it's interesting. Okay, here comes an Oracle. It's gonna kill one more worker. And 2 Adept Shade into the main base. See if they can finish that up. Hell yeah, they can.
Oh, only gets 1 worker so far, then missed targets. The Oracle getting active too, so Skillous forced to defend a couple of locations at the same time. Step over that 7 dead probies. Not bad for MaxPax, who needed some worker kills to kind of catch back up on workers. Now he takes the lead with that. Still behind a little bit of army supply later on Blink. The problem is with Skillous as well, like he's just had to play defense against all of this. He's still dealing with the Oracle. He wants to be across the map using Blink right now, having that faster Blink. And MaxPax has just been such a threat that he can't.
Yeah, it's really an issue. It really is an issue. Okay, we're gonna get an extra... Ooh, a 4th gate for MaxPax. I think he might be going for some Stalker pressure here. What's the chance of that working? We have 2 gateways defensively for Skillous. It's going to be, for now, 3 gate production. 7 Stalkers to 30 in Skillous' advantage. I mean, Skillous honestly is in an okay spot despite losing 9 workers. He played well this early game. If he can hold this 3rd base and continues building workers behind it, he might even be fine.
I'm intrigued. Well, Stasis Ward pops for 3 workers, not bad at all. I'm going to see a couple workers back into the assimilator. Next is coming online. Still got a bit of a game on our hands, no? It's nice and even. It's
not even. Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say, it always feels so crazy to me, where it's like, the game feels nice and even, like, but one guy still has 2 oracles, and it just feels so good. Like, getting away with just having oracles.
Stages are really, really good. You get full map control. Scouting with observers is really tough because you can always get revelated at any point in time. I am loving the probe split here out of Skillous, the hallucinated probes. I think this is still one of the most underutilized tools with hallucination. It's just seeing where your opponent is coming from is such a big deal. And you can do it for a pretty long time with 1 hallucination because you get 4 probes.
Really nice. As saw a little bit of that in the previous games as well. Probe scouting. MaxPax is really stepping up and keeping this pressure going, trying to find some fights, trying to say that he has the superior Blink micro. Does lose an Oracle in the main base at the same time. As he fights over here, might be able to get the sentries if nothing else, because they're going to be stuck in the front, and he's actually going to continue this trade. Skillous has a lot of low HP Stalkers out in the front, then again, so does MaxPax right now, so it's going to be kind of even back and forth. MaxPax just has more, and Skillous is just proceeding to die.
Yeah, it's not great for Skillous. Gonna get a stasis in the natural as well at the same time. He's going to connect with all of the probes. Entire mineral line is gone right now. We have like 12 stalkers for 15 stalkers for MaxPax against the 7 of Skillous. And he's just right-clicking individual stalkers here. I just don't think there's so much that Skillous can do anymore.
No, I don't think there is. I think he's, well, I mean, the Immortal helps. For a few moments, right? It buys him some time at least and may give him a bit of a sturdier defense to hang on to, but he will be behind coming out of this, and that's the issue, is that now MaxPax doesn't need to end the game right here. He can just run with the advantage and kind of go from there.
Oh yeah, he could. I mean, he's up 24 supplies, gonna get a faster Nexus, more gateways. The only thing that MaxPax won't have is a Templar Archives, but that is something he picks. Like, he chooses not to get a Templar Archives. Like, he can build it if he wants to. He's up to 4 gas. He just prefers playing high stalker counts and lots of zealots with it as well. So I'm okay with what he's doing over here. He's going to go up to 10 gateways, and he can still put on a lot of pressure onto his opponent as well with this. So he's basically just up a base and up in everything.
Starting to dive into Immortals, just seeing if he gets the opportunity to do much there. Oh, nice stasis catches the Zealots, going to give the Stalkers a chance to keep diving on the Immortals, so MaxPax going to get rid of them all, and that takes away some of the attack advantage, but it is going to cost you a lot of units. MaxPax is going to end up down on army supply following this, loses the Oracle as well, so It's actually not a bad few moments of skills. Like, you lose all your mortals, but you kill everything that MaxPax had, pretty much. Actually turns out okay.
Terrible fight for MaxPax, to be honest. Like, that was not good at all. Skillous actually has 10 gateways as well. He's gonna get an Archon out. Like, MaxPax was up 20 supply, and now he's down in supply, and he has 14 more workers. So, if Skillous actually gets to go across the map, which it seems like he might be capable of doing, gets 1 or 2 Archons in, really, 1 or 2 Archons is all he really needs to fight well against Zealot. I don't really see how MaxPax is going to take a good and big winning fight. His +2 is on the way, it's not going to be done yet. So realistically, so far has no advantages. We see a Dark Shrine coming out, 40 more seconds until that Dark Shrine, until that +2 finishes. That is going to be a game changer. We have 1 sentry with, I think, 2 force fields available. I think Skillous should go in between the bases rather than hitting 1 base hard.
And just kind of force the back and forth?
Yeah, you force the defense towards an area. Skill is now going to come in with 3 Zealots from the top side. 1 of them will die. 2 more coming in, and I think both of them will actually end up dying. Prism is just now showing up, and +2 is finishing up here for MaxPax. Guardian Shield activates as well. I think Max might have been holding on just for the right amount of time, because with +2, this fight might just go his way.
Yup, it is looking, I mean, it's looking hopeful at least. We're going to see the few Zealots getting in the front as well. That Archon doing his job. We are going to blink in for the Immortals, so brave play. Man, they last so long though. That battery put some work in as well. And this Immortal still pulling back. He's refusing to die for so long. MaxPax is beginning to defend that +2 attack, helping a good chunk as well. And we're very close. Get rid of that Archon. The Zealots are starting to overwhelm a little bit from MaxPax's favor. And he is going to get a defense here. So it's a PvP of many of many situations. This whole series was very very full of hope for Skillous. Like a lot of moments where
full of hope.
He could have had the chance, but he just didn't quite manage it. GG's.
Reminds me of the second Star Wars film.
Second Star Wars film.
Isn't that where they shoot the Death Star, or no?
I don't know which one's which. I barely know anything about movies. I have seen Star Wars though. I just don't remember much about any of it.
There is episode 4.
Episode 4. Well, that was.
He succeeds by using the Force to target 2 proton torpedoes into a vulnerable exhaust port that leads to the reactor, causing the entire battle station to explode.
Exciting.
It's crazy. Yeah, you haven't seen Star Wars?
I have watched Star Wars, but like it was long ago, and I just don't remember. I'm not much of a movie guy. Like, I've seen very few movies.
Wow. What are we doing now?
I'm waiting to see how MaxPax is going to justify trying to play the finals of this, but also he's meant to play the finals of the Kung Fu Cup tournament. So
right now?
Yeah, or something. So I'm waiting for him to write whatever he's writing, because he said hello, which is always a good start.
Wait, where's the Kung Fu Cup tournament?
Apparently it's the Kung Fu Cup Random Battlefield.
It's being played right now?
MaxPax Creator Best of 5.
Random Battlefield. Oh.
It's not. I don't think he's in the finals. It's just a show match.
Oh, it's on SC Boys Douyu channel. In 10 minutes from now.
10 minutes. Scheduling. It's real.
What you could do is you let Skillous and Harstem play against one another for a real spot in the finals.
A real spot in the finals. Yeah. Well, we could let you guys play for theoretical second place, and just let Classic win. It's kind of weird.
Well, that doesn't make any sense.
But if MaxPax forfeits and he loses his prize money, you guys play for an extra $50, and then Classic just wins because MaxPax forfeited.
Yeah, but then you don't get a finals.
The finals can be you and Skillous battling for $50.
No, that would be for second place.
I mean, yeah, but that'll be the final series. I mean, we could call it the final. It'd be very confusing, but
Interesting.
He didn't
And
actually.
what's the...
He didn't message me yet. Still, he just said hello, and that was it. I mean, he was also. I tried to reply, and he was offline because he was still in Europe. So.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to America.
America.
We're all living in America. Can you believe that Geralt beat Hero today, by the way?
Yeah, the game theory was pretty wild.
I did see it a bit.
Heroes in some good positions, but turned it around.
Crazy. Skillous. He needs to forfeit? Why would he play and then forfeit? It's the worst outcome for us.
It is. I mean, this is not an unfair proposition that I just made, no? Like,
No, if you forfeit the
you
prize money.
forfeit, you
Obviously.
forfeit. Yeah, you're out. This is how it always works.
Let's see what the prize money is for Kung Fu Cup.
It's like
The prize money there for top 4 is 100, which he already has right now. And he has to play against Creator, a best of 5. If you win that tournament, you get 250. So it would be, for him, a terrible choice to do that because he needs to play another best of 5 and then another best of 5, a best of 7. And then in the best case scenario, if he wins 2 best of 5s and a best of 7, he gets 250. If he wins a best of 5 and a best of 5 and then loses a best of 7, he gets 150. If he wins a best of 5, loses a best of 5, and then loses another best of 5, he gets what he has right now. So that means potentially 15 more games for the same outcome he already has. That's a terrible deal.
it's 15 more. What?
So because there's a third place match there. So basically, unless he wins the tournament there, which would require him to win 2 best of 5s and a best of 7, then he gets $50 more. But in all other scenarios, like if he were to win here as well, in a lot of scenarios, he's off much worse. If he gets 4th place, for example, significantly more games for the same amount of money he already has right now. Like if I were him, I wouldn't have this conflict.
Yeah, if you were him, you wouldn't have double booked.
Well, and even if I would have died before I got to the final, so it would be no issue anyway.
No issue anymore.
He picks for KFC over you.
He did. Yeah. I'm not surprised.
Which is a bad theoretical call.
Bad theoretical.
Like money-wise.
I also love the 3rd place match for $20 in KFC. It's a classic.
Yeah, exactly. You still have to play it. And also it's spread out over multiple days, which means you need to plan for the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th. So today, tomorrow, and the day after are going to be... Basically, you have to keep free.
Mm. These tournaments baffle me when you do 2 series a day over like 4 days.
But then he will be banned by SC Boy, not only by Kung Fu Cup. So the only reason he picks KFC is because otherwise he gets banned. So if you also would have said the same thing, he probably would have picked you. Oh, he says he can play.
I don't know what's going on, but apparently he can play.
We figured it out.
He figured it out.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, I was very... I mean, I'm just going with whatever happens, so...
Ask for a 10-minute break to, you know...
The 10-minute break?
Yeah, mess him up for a bit. Poor Classic. He already saw his income go to $200.
Yeah, you already know it 200 on his little notepad about who owes him what.
Yeah, send it to his accountant already.
Yeah.
It's like poof.
Lucky.
His accountant is just Classic with like one of these, you know, like the accountant hats. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why is that a thing that accountants wear, by the way? Like, why is that in popular?
Like the visor. Wait, what do you mean, like the visor?
It's like the green thing.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like this.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's a green visor. They were worn most often from the late 19th century to the mid 20th century. By accountants, telegraphers, copy editors, and other engaged in vision-intensive, detail-oriented occupations to lessen eye strain. Due to early incandescent lights and candles, which tended to be harsh, the classic banker's lamp had a green shade for similar reasons.
That's wild.
Oh.
Actually has a use.
Because the light was too harsh and would hurt your eyes over time.
Do you think MaxPax just got... I actually think MaxPax just got forcefully disqualified from Kung Fu Go.
No way.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. So he's really like a minute away from from losing everything today.
What do you mean?
Well, because
he got forcefully disqualified?
Well, I mean, it says he's forfeited on Wikipedia. Apparently the SD boy combo isn't happy. So like, what if we'd already logged off? What if we were gone? You know, we would have just lost 2 tournaments.
That would have been crazy. Imagine we would have just done that.
Today is a drama-filled event, man. Yeah, you weren't even here for the big drama earlier.
What's the big drama earlier?
Percival with the SCV pull against Classic.
What happened?
Like the game 2 load in, lift the command center, send the SCVs across the map.
Really?
Yeah.
And he floated to the corner?
He floated to the corner and sent the SCVs across the map.
And then he just sat there waiting?
No, he did leave the game when the SCVs died, but like, I mean, come on.
Why would he sign up? Doesn't he not know that it's voluntary to sign up?
He played game 1. Honestly, I thought he played well in game 1 as well, and then he just died to a couple of storms because he kind of sat in them. He was just like, this is it. This is my best chance.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious. That's perhaps the funniest thing that has happened today.
Today's been wild.
It's been a good day.
We do end up with a final though, so we got there in the end.
Oh, it's laggy, huh?
It's laggy?
Not for you?
I don't know. It just looks normal to me.
Dang it.
I straight up lagged out of the American server the other day though. Like just Battle.net. You know how on Korea sometimes Battle.net's not your friend?
Yeah.
This happened to me on America the other day. I was like, really? We're gonna start doing this now? Like, I can't lose access to America. Like, we need this server. Everything happens here.
Yeah, it's important. They already took away East.
Yeah, I know.
Dude, I have 300 ping to the US right now.
You're getting the same thing? Wait, are you seeing it in the game as well? Like, you're seeing the...
Yeah.
That's wild. I wonder if it just gets better after game 1, because sometimes it just, sometimes coming out into a game, it's just like, it likes working again.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
I mean, the whole thing makes no sense, like,
yeah,
at all.
It's crazy to me that they just lost the server and they can't manage to turn it on.
I never thought about the fact they just lost it.
No, like it just doesn't, right? It just doesn't work anymore. The East server. I think they're aware of it, but I don't know. I don't think they know where it is.
They just lost the button for it. It's like hidden under some sheets or something, like some paper.
Yeah, it's like,
oh, there's
you know
the
how
East
you have
server.
these people that like label everything in like their, like, do you have like an electricity closet? What do you call it in English?
An electricity club?
Closet.
Oh, a closet. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess so. Not really.
What do you call that thing?
I guess like an electrical closet's kind of a thing.
Where you have like the switches and stuff to turn it on and on, and
yeah, we don't have that
I mean?
in our houses though. We just
Wait,
have like
what do you mean?
we just have a fuse box.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean. Like a fuse
That's what
box.
you mean. Okay, yeah. Well, I was
Yeah.
just envisioning like actual wires and stuff, you know. So, but yeah,
No,
sure,
no, I
sure.
wouldn't
Just switch.
mess with
Yeah,
wires.
okay, cool. The switches.
That's like the fuses. That's what I was
fuse
the
box,
word
yeah.
fuse when I was looking for. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like usually you label them, right? So you know like which fuse is connected to what. I feel like Blizzard has that as well, but it's like probably written in like code language. You know, rather than having like actual names, they probably thought it would be cool to have like Warcraft regions, you know? So NA East is like Azeroth or Lordaeron. And the intern just isn't aware of this. Like, what the hell am I supposed to do here? Like, he just doesn't know it.
I love how like World of Warcraft regions, aka the entirety of World of Warcraft.
What, is Azeroth the entirety of World of Warcraft?
Yeah, it's like the planet.
Okay, well, how am I supposed to know that? I'm not a
Yeah,
nerd.
yeah, well, yeah, I know. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at it because it's funny as an example.
Yeah. I thought Azeroth was like a small part. It's like the north or something. Lordaeron is a region though, no?
Lordaeron?
Yeah.
It's it's like the super far northern area of like the Eastern Kingdoms, which is part of Azeroth.
Nice. Yeah, I keep laughing. Prick. Alright, what else do we have here? I think MaxPax. Oh, yeah, he lost that battle, but he still managed to shoot, so it was fine. We're getting a Phoenix mirror here. This has to be one of my favorite PvP setups. Classic is up 4 workers, but he's going to be down a Stargate, and he has less gas so far as well. So, you know, you win some, you lose some. He flies another Phoenix across the map. Dude, he's freaking crazy. He's also getting his own warp gate, by the way.
Yep. Full gate coming in. But not anymore. Cancel it. You realize this was a true Phoenix affair. Surely you just, I mean... The longer this goes now, right, this is just horrible because you're starting to really fall behind in Phoenix now.
Ooh.
Nice catch.
Who falls behind?
Classic, because he only has 1 Stargate.
Yeah, but he's sinking all of his chrono into the 1 Stargate, and he has more gas mining right now. So I think eventually, like defensively, he should be fine if he eventually adds a 2nd Stargate. I don't quite understand why he thinks he can move across the map.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
But
So basically, he's just accepting that he's going to be the defensive Phoenixer.
Yeah, for a little bit. Yeah.
Okay.
Like basically uses like the battery and the natural to try and stay alive. It would be tough if MaxPax goes with like 8 Phoenixes or so, and then goes into the main base. I'm not sure what your solution is there, because you'd be down 1 or 2 Phoenixes, probably down 1 Phoenix, and you have nothing there. Like even this 7 versus 6 can be quite tricky. If MaxPax goes into the main, I think Classic could just lose.
See, well, this is why I don't like it for Classic, because to me, MaxPax is an absolutely incredible Phoenix player, and he gets things done with Phoenix that others don't, right? And if there's anyone where you don't want to be just 1 Phoenix behind, it's MaxPax, because he will sit aggressively when everyone else sits back in Phoenix versus Phoenix, you know? And like, he's just so good at taking these fights, so I'm already terrified for you if you're just in this scenario anyway, even more so if you're then playing behind a little bit. So, you see, man, like MaxPax, he just knows. He feels like he's got the chance, he gets a kill, and he gets out, doesn't lose a Phoenix.
That's crazy. We have Anti-Impulse Crystals on the way as well, so Classic is playing this very risky. If he manages to survive till Anti-Impulse Crystals, and he has a faster 3rd base, he's obviously going to be in a great spot, but I'm not sure if MaxPax is going to allow that to happen. There's 11 Phoenix against 8 right now. As he moves in, right-clicks the Phoenix, another right-click on the Phoenix, and another right-click on the Phoenix. He is right-clicking harder than he ever has done in his life. He's going to take the win here. An exciting first game on Torches, lifts all the probes, and Classic taps out with a GG. Those were some of the most insane moves I've seen in my life, Wardy.
Yeah, I also love Phoenix.
I feel like you lacked the enthusiasm there for how epic that situation was.
I just knew what was coming. Like,
he had 2 more Phoenixes, then went in and right-clicked faster, so then he had 3 more for a bit.
Wait.
And then he right-clicked again. And the target fire, the flying around, the micro, the early game build order, it all kind of, you know, you add it together and you get the perfect Phoenix versus Phoenix player. It was beautiful to witness. It was great to see. And Classic's risk-taking there not paying off.
You know, it's like, the problem is, it's like World of Warcraft, right? Like, the new expansions aren't exciting because they just keep doing the same story every expansion, and that's the same with MaxPax and Phoenix on Phoenix. They
do the same story for every expansion.
Yeah, it's the same story trope every single time.
Tell me, what is it? Is Sylvana's Wind Ranger still alive?
Well, she turned evil, but then she went good again because you beat her. Yes.
What about Furion?
Furion?
Yeah. Or is that a Dota hero, maybe?
I don't know.
Arthas. Does he still live?
Arthas?
Yeah.
No, Arthas was gone a long ass time ago.
Oh, he died?
Yeah, well, he was the Prince of Lordaeron. Don't forget.
Okay. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know.
But he became the Lich King.
Kel'Thuzad.
Well, we beat him, but like the thing is with World of Warcraft, they keep bringing old people back, right? because they have a
like fan favorites.
Well, yeah, because they have a time thing. So like you have to beat them from the different timelines because different timelines keep coming back around. The whole thing.
That's crazy. I didn't know there was time travel in World of Warcraft.
Yeah, they that story is real fucked up right now.
Yeah. But I'm sure they find a way to end it nicely.
You think?
Illidan is also a character.
Yeah, well, we beat Illidan as well.
Oh, really?
But then again, we also brought Illidan back. Like, this is the thing. Like, if you look at Illidan, like you beat him in the first expansion, but then like he comes back and helps you out instead. Like, it's a thing. But yes, he is also a character. I mean, you're just naming Warcraft heroes, no?
Yeah. Well, Illidan is not a Warcraft hero. He's called the Demon Hunter.
He's just called a Demon Hunter.
Well, he's in the story as Illidan there. Like at some point he gets like fire behind him when he runs. You know what I mean? And wings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Illidan story is very cool. I actually read that book.
Illidan Storm Rage. That's what he's called, right?
Yeah.
I do know a little bit about the lore. Hey, what about there's a Beastmaster as well. Rexar, is that what he's called?
Yeah.
Yeah. Still around, or we also killed him?
I think he's still around. No, well, he's not a bad guy. I don't think he's on our side.
Yeah, does that matter?
But the problem is like all the people that were against us kind of join you because then the big bad guys or the old gods are actually the problem. So you have to all team up and beat the bigger bad guy. You know.
Oh, it's like a.
Like you got to put the
an
differences
alliance
aside.
Out of necessity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. They pop up like once every couple of expansions. It's like, wait, the reason this person did that was because they were infected by the old god? No way. Again, it's like the old god got to someone.
Is there any good Dreadlords or no?
Dreadlords? Oh, I don't know.
Oh. Yeah. Anuburak, is that still a guy too?
I don't think he's around either. I think we killed him.
Oh, dang it. Everyone I liked, gone.
Apparently there's a Dreadlord who can wield the light, and he is helping Mao. Based on a
he's helping Mao?
No, he's just helping the good guys out.
Oh. I was very
confused. Because he can wield the light, so he's like a paladin Dreadlord.
Okay. Paladin Dreadlord. Cool.
I don't know, man. I had to do some Googling on that one.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, Robo and Robo. One's proxied, one's not.
Yeah. I have a theory that the proxy Robo has an advantage in this case.
Why do you like it? Just because they can chip away at like the wall and stuff, and you can just take control?
Yeah, you're attacking, yeah. There's no real advantage of being locked inside your own main base. It also means that the moment you move out, you can get counterattack. So like this type of stuff, and then Classic just goes into the main. And then even if you lose like 1 or 2 probes, already kind of bad. Of course, the downside for Classic in this case, that eventually he's going to lose the pylon plus robotics facility, but that was not great control, but good enough probably. Yeah, and like now you can go back in with like an Immortal and 2 Stalkers, and you can keep vision at the front. Don't forget that MaxPax has nothing on the map to figure out what the hell is going on. Like he's warping in 2 adepts right now. Actually, this could deal some damage.
Yeah, some opportunity perhaps, but I mean the only downside of obviously being the proxier is that eventually you do lose your Robo, right? So that's something you got to keep in mind is, ooh, that was a save, no?
That was crazy well done by Classic.
Oh, good catch.
Wow. Like, imagine you're MaxPax right now, and you move onto the low ground for a bit. That would be scary as hell. Luckily he didn't do that. Prism now goes in. He's actually going to take a lot of damage. At the same time, we have the 2 Stalkers plus Immortal on Classic side of the map as well. And Classic actually isn't entirely ready for that. Gateways have now been blasted. Oh, Prism almost dies out of Classic, but will stay alive a little bit longer. I think MaxPax has been doing okay in those macro engagements. Micro engagements.
Yeah, no, he's done a good job, and we do see the depower on the gates, but we'll get those powered back up, so have access again, using the hallucination to keep track of things. Again, that Prism getting so low for Classic is so scary. Good force fields here, is going to buy you a little bit of time, and just forces things back, and then the Immortal actually shows up as well. And as you just see the Prism and the Stalkers continue to retreat on out of there.
Yeah. This, by the way, is one of the reasons why I think adding workers while you're doing this type of thing is actually quite powerful. It's because you'll just be mining like plus 100, 120 over your opponent, and it really adds up. While the minerals in the bank don't do so much for you, like in most of these scenarios. Well, now we're going to get a straight-up engagement. We have one more Immortal that belongs to Classic that's kind of coming in as a flank. You see that?
Mm-hmm.
It's freaking awkward.
You're just a little bit everywhere, right? So got to figure it out as we do have a little bit of a chase away, pushes the Prism up top, and we are going to see the Stalkers left to the left side. Of course, no blink or anything. A good force field or two gets one Stalker, but then you've got the counter dagger kind of coming in with the Prism with the Immortals into the main base, and that's an issue. You've got to have enough units to deal with that, and otherwise you're just going to lose power to your gates again. Classic says, I don't care. He's just going to walk across the map and send probes and Stalkers to fight those Immortals off. This Immortals going to have to recall too. Oh, this whole thing got awkward.
Yeah, this is one of the weirder games that I've seen in a while. We now have a flanking Immortal, because 2 Immortals got rallied into the opponent's base. MaxPax has quite a few Stalkers here, but against 2 Immortals, I don't think that's going to be good enough. Probably needs a recall on the Prism. Okay, got a recall on that Prism. Prism plus 2 healthy Immortals in here. Should be good enough to hold this off. And indeed it will be, as MaxPax is going to be taking game number 2 here with Classic's GG.
Damn. That was just chaos. I think Classic got a little bit too caught up in the moment and ended up just...
Too caught up.
Yeah, not really being able to track what was going on properly, huh? Too caught up. GG's. Now we go to game 3.
Yeah. Wow. Defensive robotics facility winning here. Yeah, like I was saying, I think if you're Classic in this case, and you get like 2 more workers or so, it's just better. Like it pays back so quickly.
Yeah.
So why wouldn't you do it? I'm not in the lobby yet, by the way.
Neither am I.
Oh, okay, then we're good.
MaxPax made a lobby, then he left it instantly, so I don't know what happened. He wasn't a fan.
Probably wrong server is what I'd guess.
Server.
Oh, is it West Central West today?
No, it's Central West Central. Oh, MaxPax just hosted West anyway.
Yeah, what a beast.
What a beast. Doesn't care. Alright. I'm going to jump into Persephone. Map 3 of this best of 5. Could be a speedy final of this rate. MaxPax convincing stuff in game 1. Game number 2, a little scrappy game that he gets out on top of. Classic with a lot of work to do to get back in this series now.
Yeah, lots of work.
Classic might just be unlucky as well, because MaxPax might just be angry that he just got disqualified from the random tournament, you know? So now he's channeling that anger into PvP. He's unbeatable.
It's a well-known fact that when people channel their anger into PvP specifically, they become unbeatable.
Just PvP, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Doesn't work with the other matchups, sadly, but still.
No. Just
Do you have a wireless mouse, Marty?
No.
No.
Do you?
I have a wireless mouse, and one issue that I have with wireless mice, is that their batteries are too good.
Yeah, so then you don't think about ever actually charging it?
Yeah, because it takes such a long freaking time until you have to charge them. So it's like not something that I do every day. It's like, oh, end of the day, let me put it, into the electricity IV. Like, you don't have to do it. You just, it's very, very frustrating, honestly. I because every single time my mouse unplugs, I'm like, oh, right, that happens. It happens like every 2 weeks. It's crazy how good they are.
Oh, that's pretty wild. No, I'm very old school. I have wired everything.
Really?
Yeah. I used to have wireless stuff when I was like younger, when I was like a teenager. I thought it was really cool that you could have like a wireless keyboard. But then they were actually really bad back then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Crazy.
I think MaxPax might be proxy robo in here, huh?
A mix-up from the man.
It's gotta be with the depths maybe, though. It's mining a lot of minerals. Like, really a lot of minerals. And Classic went for a no-scout. Now it realizes, oh crap, my opponent might actually be proxying me. Stalker. Robo into warp gate. Okay. sentry first defense. Wow. So if you're MaxPax and you scout this, I think the correct play is to go Stalker into Adept, Prism first. And then what you do is you drop 2 Stalkers in the main base and you shade your 2 Adepts into the natural. Because there's not enough units defensively for Classic to hold both ends. So like maybe by the time you arrive at the Prism, imagine you get 3 or 4 units out. Like you can't deal with 2 Adepts with just 2 units. And you can't deal with 2 Stalkers in the Prism with just 2 units. So the split, you can't split half-half. You just need to give up 1 base of mining for a bit. And that would have to be the natural, which is kind of... It feels pretty bad, because that is your one advantage that you really have. Going for Stalker kind of gives up that that advantage of being capable of hitting at 2 sides at the same time. Because running 2 Stalkers into the natural is pretty risky if there's sentries nearby. Plus you can just deal with 2 Stalkers with a battery as well. Because they don't one-shot anything, like 2 Adepts do.
A bit of poking from MaxPax. Prism is going to pop in a moment, and we can see what his choice will be in terms of trying to apply this pressure. Got a Stalker that's chasing away a low HP probe currently across the map as well, so actually going to catch up with that. Classic let it stop, so that is going to be the kill. And then the Stalkers will join with that Prism, and it looks like we're going to jump to the corner of the main for now.
Yeah, there's going to be well, actually no warping, because Warp Gate isn't done yet. This is the problem if you play such a late Warp Gate. He went Stalker into Robo into Warp Gate, so he doesn't get a warp in here actually. Does see that it is high gate count and high gateway unit count as well. Guardian Shield gets activated, 1 Stalker will fall on MaxPax's side. This should be a Void Ray start, but it most likely is going to be Phoenix. So usually Phoenix would be... It's okay as well. It's not the end of the world, but I think Void Ray here is a little bit better because you need a lot of damage output.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you look at how many units there are, some damage would be nice. Like, it's all well and good getting a Phoenix and doing a lift, but then what do you get from the lift? Do you take the Immortal out of the fight for a few moments? We are going to see the Stalkers will focus it. Hey, that Immortal is going to go down, so it actually worked very well. That Phoenix tanked all of the damage there with that battery putting the work in, so that was nice, but then you end up in a fight where the Stalkers just outnumber you still. So that Immortal still kind of played a role of taking a lot of attention for a lot of time.
Yeah. Target fire out of MaxPax there on the Phoenix was incorrect, of course, because you want to deal the extra anti-armor damage to drain the batteries a bit faster. So that would be considered a mistake. Despite that, I still think MaxPax is going to be quite okay. There is no follow-up Stargate units here. He has a new Immortal in the mix as well. And there's just not enough damage output coming out of Classic here. I think Classic is just completely dying. If MaxPax is going to take this final, honestly, within, what is it, like 15 minutes or so? Yeah. 20 minutes, going to take a 3-0 victory here. One-sided affair.
Yeah, and a matchup which he's been kind of a bit shaky in lately, here and there, because, you know, he's just not as consistent as he used to be. We only say because he was so good in this matchup before. But he really showed it against Classic. I think Classic might be a better matchup for MaxPax PvP-wise than like Hero or so right now.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Hero's crazy. Wow. Classic got owned, man.
Classic? Oh, he did. Yeah, that was just a beatdown.
3-0.
3-0, different game, different kind of games. It's a complete shutdown. What do we do now? This was such a fast cup.
Yeah, I know. I know what to tell you, man.
What do you do now?
Yeah, I'll ladder a bit.
Ladder?
I have a tournament tonight anyway.
Tournament tonight? What's on tonight? Oh, a qualifier.
The qualifier for the Steadfast Cup?
The Stellar
Fest. There you go.
Are you gonna go even if you don't qualify?
I don't know yet. It's a long trip to Ottawa, huh?
Probably, yeah. What part of Canada is that?
I think it is in between Toronto and Montreal.
You are correct.
It's like on the border of Quebec, I think.
Yeah.
Quebec? Quebec.
Yeah, you're correct.
Still in Ontario?
Still kind of far. Ottawa. It's crazy.
I was completely wrong with where it was, to be honest. I thought it was going to be somewhere completely else.
When is that tournament? Is it in November? November 4th
I don't know. I think so. Yeah.
It's crazy. These events keep happening, and I just don't remember that they happen. And the next thing I know, I try and organize a tournament, and everyone's like, "No."
Yeah.
Yeah, we're in Canada. I'm like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's crazy.
I'm trying to find stuff to cast. You know, I'm trying to find events to cover. I can stream more.
Smart.
Yeah, that's my life. We need the Wardy Harstem League to kick off.
What does that league consist of?
I don't know yet. Me and you. We just battle
I like it.
in different ways.
No, I like that.
Yeah.
I like battling. Yeah.
Amazing. Alright, I'll let you go, ladder.
Okay. Wait, before we go, 9 Protoss, 2 Terran, and 1 Zerg, lol balanced. Thoughts, Wardy?
9 Frodos, 2 Terran, and 1 Zerg. That is in fact who signed up, yes. That is based on the balance of the game.
Really? I thought everyone could sign up.
No, I actually only let 1 Zerg sign up a week because, you know, we wouldn't want to pretend that Zergs exist. So.
True. Crazy. All Protoss semifinals.
I mean, you beat Nicorakt and Skillous beat Rogue, and Percival pulled his SCVs across the map instead of playing game 2. That was the Skillous beating Rogue's interesting, but that's the second time Skillous beat Rogue recently, and I think Rogue's trying a lot of stuff out right now. I think it's just him versus Skillous is a bad matchup for him.
Are you saying that the Terrans are not sending their best?
Yeah, absolutely. The Terrans and Zergs are not sending their best at all. The Terrans and Zergs are barely showing up to anything at the minute. Do you not think? Even the Terrans have stopped playing and stuff. I really felt like they'd start playing again with the patch, but they're just still crying about it.
Storm is pretty big, and it lasts a long time.
I mean, Storm is good, but do you not think the energy overcharge changes a bunch still?
Yeah, a little. I don't know. I think Storm is a bit good though. I think they should probably nerf it a tiny tad.
What would you do to it? You just put it back to what it was and just let energy overcharge be the difference maker, or?
Yeah. So in my theory, the way to go about it is keep Storm the same and have the DPS nerf that you have now, which is pretty minor.
Like 10%.
So yeah, I think it's 12%, and then you compensate that with the time. So same amount of damage, but just slightly longer time and slightly lower DPS.
Damage over 4 seconds or something, whatever it'd be,
3.5 seconds. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's not a huge difference, but because I think Storm was it was too good. But
I do think it's a bit silly watching a Storm on a tank, and the tank's just oh, I die now. I know it takes 6 seconds still, but you unsiege
but you can't
tank.
unsiege it. It's much stronger against lurkers too.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Especially these pushes that you sometimes have out of Zerg is lurker without adaptive. It's ooh.
Yeah, no, that's true. I was at least lurkers can unburrow, but you're right. Against some of the times, it's still pretty nuts. And the lurkers need the momentum sometimes.
Exactly. So.
Yeah. Amazing. Guess we'll find out. Do you want to play map contest next week?
Yeah, sure. I'm in.
Cool. I'll book you in.
Thanks.
Right.
Oh, you want to have a new update?
Yeah, absolutely.
From my chat? I think Max will never be allowed to play SC Boys tournament anymore. Oh no.
I mean, he literally told me he'd forfeit. It was fine.
Yeah.
It's okay. You lose your money. It's whatever. I'll live without casting another PvP, but yeah, I think he'd already pissed them off.
Yeah.
I wonder if he came out with a series, they were like, hey, you have to play now. He's like, huh. He's he tried to negotiate, and they're just absolutely not.
Yeah, they didn't take any prisoners, just kicked him out.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah, well, it is what happens. That's life. I'm sure they'll unban him at some point.
I'm sure he'll just be back whenever they want some viewers, because people like watching MaxPax. So, yeah. It's hard to truly ban people in StarCraft. There's not enough people.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta kind of keep them.
Exactly. All right. I'm out. I see you later.
Bye.
Ciao.
Alrighty, guys. Don't really have much to say, do I? I mean, this is kind of just a pretty. Yeah, I mean, this is just a pretty done and dusted kind of day. Here's me I want to try and stream more. I want to do more events. And then my cup's 2 hours is all you get. Yeah. Never allowed nice things, huh? Couldn't we have had a few more late games or something? Did I just ban Harstem from my Discord? Yeah, I don't want to see this guy until next week. I don't want him sneaking back into my calls, you know? No, you know what he's like. You say goodbye and he sneaks back. He doesn't know when the conversation actually ends, you know? Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything I could do for some fun at the end. I have no ideas. I have no idea what to add or what to bring or what to do. So I think we're just done. I think we're just done. It's kind of sad. I genuinely wanted to try and cast a bit more, but I don't think... I'm trying to look to see if I have any like random replays I have access to or something. It's just like, nothing exists. Yeah. Well, is competitive SC2 dead? You heard of such but wasn't sure if it's true. This is sad because you love watching competitive SC2. I mean, we just had a competitive SC2 tournament literally ended 3 minutes ago, so I'm gonna go ahead and say I don't think so. You can always cast your CTL games. Look, Duddles, I'm looking for StarCraft, not miserable experiences, you know? Yeah, we're just in the off season right now. So SC2 is... We don't know what next year of StarCraft is going to bring, but there's also nothing to say that there's not going to be any big tournaments, so... Yeah, we're just in the off season waiting for info. And even if there's no EWC, there's probably still going to be a lot of community stuff and people who step up to make bigger and better community stuff as well. So yeah. Yeah, I kind of want to do, I've been thinking about what to do this month. I kind of want to do, like, I think we're going to do the October Invitational and try and push the Korean Royale back to November. Just because I'm a bit afraid about trying to run the Korean Royale right now. It's, I don't have a lot of, I mean, straight up and simple, it's just, we're a little bit strapped for cash in terms of running tournaments. My next Twitch paycheck is going to cover the Summer Championship that happened recently, and we're just in this position where, like, it's just been a bit tough because it's been a little bit of a quiet year. I've been doing wedding stuff and real life stuff a bit more, so I've not streamed as much and so on. And because of that, we're just in a position where, I mean, as well, just Twitch viewership has dropped off a bit naturally as well. SC2 support's dropped off a bit. We're obviously not keeping the sub counts we used to, so I'm just in a position where affording to run tournaments is actually a little bit difficult for the first time in a little while. So I think we're going to have to... I think that means that it's better to reel back from trying to run another big event and instead just do the October event for October. Like maybe like $1,000 cup over a few days. And then hopefully we can get the Korean Royale going throughout November. I do want to do my end of year championship, but I do not think it's going to be $10,000. I don't know how I get $10,000 together for it. So, yeah. Kind of just a bit of a rough one. Will we have Home Story Cup in November? Yeah, Home Story Cup's in January this time. They've changed it from pre-Christmas to post-Christmas. Good change. So yeah, we're just a little bit stuck on we're just a little bit stuck for prize money is all, guys, so I'm still going to try and make things happen. We're probably just going to scale it back a little bit for a while until... I mean, like I say, we're going to stream a lot October, November, December. I'm going to try and stream everything possible. So my plan is to just do all of that, and hopefully we can, you know, get the stream back, hopefully get back up towards 700 subs, and actually keep 700 subs, because what happens is we keep getting to 700 subs just to, like, drop straight back away from it again, so hopefully we can really actually, like, get to and maintain 700 subs, and if we can get to and maintain 700 subscribers, we could, yeah, if we get to and maintain 700 subscribers, we could, and the viewership comes up a bit, the ad revenue comes back a little, we should be able to get back on track with tournaments. Just need to take it easy for a little bit, I think. So So yeah, that's what's kind of going on. Like I say, I'm away this weekend, but next week it'll be Team Liquid Map Contest Tournament all week long, Tuesday through Sunday. And then after TLMC, currently we have booked in Mondays and obviously League Cups. But we'll get the Oak October Cup going again. Yeah, it should be fun. Like I say, end of October, I think October Invitational, and maybe November for the Korean Royale, I think is kind of the plan. What's up, BBB dude? Thanks so much for the 53-month resub on the Prime. Look, a sub? Hell yeah. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Can I stream the Kung Fu Cup thing I was talking about? I mean, no, because it's not actually on anymore. They were literally doing 2 series today, and MaxPax didn't show up for the second one. I mean, I might be able to, but it's also like random versus random, and I'm also not here for the next 2 days of it, so I think they're just doing... The problem that I have with Kung Fu Cup is right now they're just doing like... they're doing like fun formats, which is fine, but like last time they did Brood War versus SC2, and I'm just not into that. This time it was random versus random, which is I'm into. It's just I also didn't know what was going on, so yeah, it's yeah, the sort of thing that could be kind of interesting for the future. But I just want to cast like some straight up StarCraft 2, man. Just want to cast some games. But yeah, not happening today. All right, guys, appreciate you all. You have a great rest of your day. I'm gonna throw us to ads and wrap us up. Like I say, I'll be back on Tuesday, so not here Monday, but I will be back on Tuesday for a full week of Team Liquid Map Contest Tournament. So I'll see you guys for that. Bye.